Good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, depending on where and when you're watching this broadcast. I'm Thomas Fessler, my friends, and this is Disclosure Tonight. Happy Friday, June 19th. We're almost halfway through the year. Have we gotten disclosure yet? Well, it's on its way, slowly but surely. On that note, before we get started, let's go ahead and welcome in our audience. We got a really big show, a lot of stuff to talk about, at least. All right, let's get to it. So let's see who's in the chat. Yeah, it's a live show. We're going to welcome everybody in because that's what we always do here at Disclosure Tonight. If you don't like it, jump to 2 minutes in. You'll get to the start. All right, let's welcome in Amiga Rules. We got April and Banana Booey. Cindy Fieldholler's in the chat along with Clear Path. We got Daryl is here along with Durswell World, Eliza Teal, Elvis Roten, Evan B, Firefly, Geraldine DeRazio, Jericho, Joe Hasgas, and JP Six Gunner. And we got Lisa Trusty. Good to see you. And JP Six Gunner, Lori G's out there along with Mr. Drew 69. We got Mr. Joey B and Necessary Dialogue. Prism Films US is out there along with Signs of Life. Push King, Robert Anthony, there you go, Roland. Good to see you. Scooby Dooby Gooby's out there along with Stargazer, Steve Mateo, Tamisha Bertrand, all the way from the peninsula. Well, not really a peninsula, but good to see you from Washington State. Who else we got out there? We got Teresa Loves Our President, the Truth Master 1, Timbo, Sleazy, and Wasteland Wonder, and of course, Wolf Dog 25. Where the hell is Yellow Tommy Tanker? All right, he's been on vacation from the show and from real life on that matter. On that note, let's go ahead and jump in the back and say, Mike, how the hell are you?
I'm doing well tonight, Thomas, and I think we're going to have a good Fuck You Friday show for everybody.
God, what a day.
I know.
I'm dealing with my hip. It's kind of the lower back, but it's like my left hip going down my leg has been saying hello and fuck you, asshole, for like 3 or 4 days. And then I've got my neck doing all of its things and the whole bit. And then I've got the grease on the side of the house that won't fucking come off from the charbroiler. And getting the materials for that. Good thing I did get wood for smoking pork tomorrow, so I'm really looking to, I've got like 60 pounds of pork shoulder. That should last a good 3-4 months. Longer than that. I know I won't share, don't ask. And then on top of that, before the show, it's 80 degrees here today. It's hot. It's warm in the studio. With all the lights on, the projectors, I decided, let's get the air conditioner up and going again. And that was just like, fuck you, Fessler. You ain't going to be easy as it should. No, didn't happen. And then, nothing from there. Then after I get that done and it's on, the studio's cooling off, what happens? I changed the studio from having one 4K projector to having a 4K projector and 2 4K screens on the side so I can do all the shit that we do here. And what happens? We lose fucking audio. I play with it, unplug, hot plug the freaking projector, does nothing. Audio's gone. It's not going to come back. Had a reboot, come back, get everything reset up again. And here we go. Wow. Fuck you, Friday, yep. Mike.
Real fuck you, Friday, Thomas.
Oh, my God. I even forgot to bring you. What a day. Cheers, everybody, to national security to calm things down. At least it's getting nice and cool in here, which I like.
Yeah, the breeze is coming in.
Got it on 70 degrees. I may have to turn it on 68 just to cool it down a little bit more. Wow. But yes, we were out yesterday, my back and everything, but we're back again. There's a lot of stuff to talk about, but one thing we've been worried about, Mike, coming back again, they're bringing back to the NDAA, the whole UAP Disclosure Act. While they've got a new funky name, it's the same legislation going for the 4th time in a row. It seems kind of nice that they're trying to do this, but has the House or Senate really accomplished anything for disclosure in the last 4 years besides some hearings and they made some noise? Have they really followed up on any of those hearings and really meaningfully changed the law or brought stuff out?
Not at all. Not even close.
No.
We had Schumer and Rounds that were the authors of the first UAPDA. Yeah. They didn't push it. They didn't publicize it. It failed. And it failed again. So now they're doing it for the 4th time. That's the definition of insanity. Yeah. When you do the same thing over and over again, but expect a different result each and every time.
No,
I don't know what's wrong with them.
If I put on the title card, I think we've got Burleson, Andre Carson. I'm not sure who this schmuck is on the right, but they've got one Republican dude. I think it's 2 Democrats up on the card this time. to go ahead and try and get passage in the House. But even if it passes in the House, good luck in
the Senate.
It'll never pass the Senate. It'll never pass the Senate. No, I saw coming from Skywatch Signal, love your work, my friend, if you're out there, who actually went and was covering this yesterday, and it said Burleson was putting out legislation to go ahead and protect whistleblowers. And I was like, yes, they're actually breaking apart the UAPDA, which they need to do. If they wanted to get it to pass, they need to get it in smaller chunks, because otherwise they're fucking gagging and throwing up on it every time.
Yeah.
It's never a pretty sight.
No, they're completely dysfunctional. All of Congress.
Yeah, I know. But at least they're talking about it.
Listen, the key parts of the UAPDA, Trump already gave us some parts of it, and we have more on the way that are coming. Right. So I don't know why they're beating a dead horse with this at this point. We're just going to get it from the executive branch moving forward.
Right, because if you remember, was it 2 days ago, we announced, the first ones out there to say, yes, they are working on the language for whistleblower protections, right?
Right.
And then I had this piece getting ready to come up. But then Dan Farah came out yesterday and said, yeah, they're working on
an executive
protections.
Order. Right.
So word besides us, people who I guess who maybe not more credible, people who have a little bit more clout, right, are coming out there and they're going and echoing the same sentiment of what we're saying is, yes, we're going to get whistleblower protections within the DOD, within the IC, for the contractors, for people who are dealing with the legacy program and reverse engineering and stuff. And if they want to come together and talk to the bozos in Congress, the door is going to be open for them at this point, which is something we kind of need.
Yeah, we do. You're absolutely right.
But it's not going to be coming from these bozos. It's going to be coming from the president. Just like disclosure, we're not getting the releases of the records coming from anything legislatively passed. We're actually getting committees or putting stuff together. They're trying to follow what the president is saying. At most, what they're going to try and do is midstream screw up the playbook a little bit and slow things down a bit, because they want to go and change on who's going to have the opportunity to go ahead and look at this information, right? And it's going to be heavily classified information to figure out what goes in the pile of what we're going to go ahead and release, what goes in the pile of what we're not going to release. Now, either way, if it's coming from the president or if it's coming from the legislators like Senate and the House and Congress, Lou Elizondo needs to be on that panel. David Grush needs to be on that panel. These are two people with experience who knowing what's going out there. They are well equipped and with a working knowledge and understanding of the cover up, and more importantly, what we can release and what we shouldn't release.
Right. Which is key. All of these things. And now it seems like they're just spinning their wheels in the Congress. They don't know what to do with themselves.
Yep. Did I pass this? All right. So I found the clip coming from UAP James before of Dan Farah. They're kind of talking around this, so let's go ahead and bring this clip up for the audience, and then we'll get into showing you some of the documents and different stuff that's out there and where we're at. So let me get into video full. Close enough. Let's see what Dan Farah has got to go ahead and say. Zoom it up a little bit. All right, folks, here you go. Minute 22 seconds. Enjoy.
A number of the people that have been involved in gatekeeping this information and involved in the cover-up, they've told senior members of Congress and senior members of the intelligence community in confidential settings that they're afraid to come forward with what they know because they fear the repercussions. They fear that they will be held accountable. They're worried about going to jail. They're worried about how their careers ruined. And so there's a brewing support inside of even the White House right now to offer amnesty to these people. And some senior members of the cabinet are actually messaging this to the intelligence community, that they're not looking to punish anyone. It's not a witch hunt, and that they can offer protections to people who come forward. And so I wouldn't be surprised if sometime in the near future we see like another presidential directive to offer blanket amnesty. I think that's kind of where certain members in Congress are trying to push it to go to that place. So it's very well known, and there's no doubt about it. It's a presidential directive. If you have information about this cover up, you can come forward and you won't be punished. I have heard some members of the cabinet are trying to put a clock on that. So it's like, if you come forward in the next 6 months and tell us what you know, you won't be punished, right, no matter what you were involved in.
There you go, Mike. They're going to give them 6 whole months to go ahead and come forward. If I can find that little sound effect board, where is it at? Oh, it's here somewhere.
That's like the Truth and Reconciliation Act that Lou was talking about.
That's right, Mike. So they're going to give those with the knowledge a whopping 6 months to actually come forward, which I think is more than reasonable. If you have information, you don't want to get in trouble, you've got a clock on it. You've got 6 months to go ahead and spill your beans. Otherwise, you're liable for the crimes you may have been a party to.
When and if it comes out, right. There's going to be some people that are going to take advantage of that.
Well, of course.
And there's going to be people who won't. We know there's both sides of the coin on that.
I mean, well, Mike, if you had the opportunity to go ahead and protect yourself, protect your family, protect those around you from potential what could be going on, it's a good move. So if anybody, when they do start the clock on this, let's hope there is a rush of people coming forward from Lockheed, from the Department of Energy, from the DOD, from the Air Force, from the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency, from the Space Force, etc. All these people who have inside information with regards to this to be able to come forward and say, yeah, these motherfuckers have been covering it up.
I wonder what the wording is going to be if they draw that up. Because if it's only going to be for members of the government and the military, they should include civilian contractors in that as well, like Lockheed and Raytheon and all the other military industrial complex private companies, so that they too can come forward. Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see when it comes out. Because you and I both know how lawyer speak works with the words. You got to watch the words very carefully.
I think you still have the ticking going on.
Oh, I do. Let me turn that off. Yep. The piece for that. Thank you.
Yep.
All right. By the typing of that keyboard.
It's a poll already?
That means we got a poll coming. Unless, Daryl, unless you had one out there, but I beat you to it.
Go ahead.
All right, here we go. 6 months amnesty for UFO whistleblowers. Why didn't I hear that sound? All right, let's go ahead and get it. All right, folks, here we go. You've got, okay, Google, set a timer for 1 minute and 30 seconds, please.
And remind me again, what happens after 6 months is over?
What was that, Daryl?
What is after 6 months is over? What does that mean?
Oh, they're going to jail if they're a party to crimes. They're going to be they're open for prosecution.
So they have to whistleblow within 6 months in order to be pardoned.
Yes, you have to blow the whistle. Okay. If you're involved in criminal acts and you don't want to be prosecuted on it, you've got 6 months to go ahead and bring out the truth. But look at this. This is crazy. 56% of our audience so far, Daryl, is saying it's not enough time for these people to come forward. Well, some people are saying it's too much, and 37% is saying it sounds great. So I guess we need to figure out how much time they think these whistleblowers, but they should know if they're doing something illegal, shouldn't they?
I'm pretty sure everybody knows when they do something illegal. Right, Michael?
Oh, yeah.
Oh! You're pulled over doing 97 miles an hour on a 45. Oh, was I doing that? I wasn't that fast. I was just following behind the other person. No, you weren't.
Yeah, right. I dropped something. My foot hit the accelerator. My bad.
Yeah. Oh, I was trying to go ahead and get off the freeway, and my brakes didn't work. And the vehicle tumbled, and two of the passengers died. Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, if you don't know you're doing something illegal, then you should be locked up anyway.
Yeah. With just 3 seconds left, let's see where our audience took us. All right, where are we? Turn that off, that timer. You know, with 80 votes in. Wow, I am actually surprised. Our audience is nicer than I am. I guess I'm more of a hard ass than people would know. They know that. If you're doing something illegal, frickin' bring it out and tell us the truth, right, Daryl? Come on, get up there. There we go.
Yeah, I mean, look, I said sounds great because I'll take anything at this juncture.
Yeah, so I'm interested. So not enough. So I guess this means we have to do one more follow-up survey, I would think. Start a poll, and it's amnesty for whistleblowers. Let's do 6 months, 1 year. What do you think for the next one should be? 2 years or 3 years or 5 years? What do you think, Daryl or Mike?
2 years.
I go with 2 years, yeah.
Let's just throw 5 years out there.
Yeah,
not that anyone's going to do it. That's too fucking long. Do you want disclosure and all this shit to be dragged on for 5 more fucking years into the next administration?
The only reason why I would think you do 5 years, 2 years, or 1 year is because you're planning on figuring out what rock to hide under in case they come after you.
Yeah, or which country you need to go escape to. Michael Sokoloff from Canada, definitely a country we would not go to escape. But what say you?
If you don't know whether or not you're going to be a whistleblower after a week, 6 months or 2 years or 5 years isn't going to make a difference.
Right.
You should know right away whether or not you're going to come forward.
Great points, Michael. Mike, back to you.
I voted for the 6 months.
6 months. You voted for 6 months.
Yeah.
That's what I'd vote for. I like the idea of 6 months. Don't give these criminals too much time, Mike, right?
Yeah. I voted for 6 months as well, Thomas. You're right.
So although
that's a reasonable amount of time.
In our last survey, they said 6 months amnesty is not enough for 52% of our people. When we give our audience an option, come on. Okay, Google, set a timer for 1 minute.
Okay, 1 minute.
Starting now. All right. So I'll give it a little bit more time. 49% of our audience is saying 6 months with 72 votes in. Can we get at least to 83 votes? Folks, come on. Let's see where it goes on this one. But I think there's no turning back. 6 months is where the magic number is going to be, no matter how much more time we give this survey.
Can we see can you move over the numbers in the latest poll?
Yeah. Just
so we can see. Oh, the other way. I'm blocking the 5 years. There we go.
There we go. It's staying consistent. We're at 77 votes, almost going to be 80 votes. We got 20 seconds left, folks. Give your votes. Say what you have to say. We'd love to hear what our audience says, because that's generally the votes. 78 votes, 79, 80 votes. We got it, and it's up to 50%. So 6 months seems to be the magic number. Who would have thought?
Yep. That's where the public seems to be.
Yeah, exactly. Daryl, how's y'all old-fashioned tonight?
I had dinner beforehand with my stepmother, and I had 3 old fashions, but now I'm back to Makers and Diet.
Oh, there you go. At least it's not a mother-in-law who drives a broom to dinner.
No, she's 83 and drives a Toyota. She's good.
Yeah, we always used to joke about my ex-wife when I was still married about her and her sister sharing a broom sometimes. Yeah.
No, this is the opposite. This is my stepmother, who used to be a nun, by the way.
Oh,
Polish.
It'd be good to get her insight on this stuff, Daryl.
She went and saw Disclosure. She told me this is her review of Disclosure was that it was slow. It was slow, and the most interesting part was the end.
The last 30 minutes.
Yeah.
You got 2 hours of Escape to Witch Mountain with Eddie Albert. You know, that's the best thing about it. We got Oliver from Green Acres. 2 kids. Oh my God, he's kidnapped 2 kids driving to Witch Mountain.
Was that who was in that?
Yeah, Douglas is in it. Yeah. Oliver. I still have the episode when Mrs. Douglas is making the pancakes and they're bloping and they're playing a song, and then when she goes to go ahead and pour the coffee, so as she's pouring it, she brings out the scissors and cuts the coffee because it's so freaking thick. Yes, I do have a pair of scissors just for that occasion here.
Well, at least we know we enjoyed the same classic TV shows when we were kids.
I've rewatched all of these many times. So I think we ended the survey already. Yeah, we did. All right, so let's move on. We've got to get back to, oh boy, let's get to it. Thank you, Mr. Acavino.
You cured my jaundice. You cured my jaundice. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, with the light coming up. Well, I can fix that.
I'm white again.
Yeah. I can turn you orange really quickly and easily and give you green hair. That's okay. But no, that's okay. Otherwise, we have to go to our new sponsors of the Volcano Hybrid Vaporizer. No, they're not a sponsor, folks, but it's on our wish list. It's on our wish list. All right, let's get into that. I wonder how that got on my desktop. I just don't know.
You know,
Wild
if you need herbal remedies, apparently the what is it, Stores and Bickle? They're apparently very good at helping you with that.
All right. I even lost the fucking chat now. God damn it, Mike. It's one of those days. Oh, there it is. No, that's not it. Where the fuck is the chat? I know it's here somewhere.
They're here. They didn't go anywhere.
I know they're here. They're queer, and they're not leaving.
There's a party in my pants, and everybody's coming.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! I got live streaming. I've got the survey that's there, and I guess I maybe close the window. Pop out the chat again. There we go. I'll see if I've got two of those up here in a second. No, I don't have two. I'm not one of those. Oh, there it is. There we go. We still got the survey up 52%. Let's go ahead and end that poll, I think. All right, we got it. Now, where in the fuck was I? Fuck you, Friday. And by the way, we did end at 53% amnesty for whistle. Oh, fuck. God damn it. Come on, one more time. Let's do it. Final results. I left the survey up there for a little bit longer. We did wind up at 53% of our audience for saying 6 months, 5 years, 19%, 1 year, 16%, and 2 years, 12%. So overwhelmingly, our audience said, yeah, 6 months is all you're going to get. Now, back to what the Senate's trying to do, and they're going to completely fail at it because they do every time. What is it? All right, we've got H.R. 8800, which is the National Defense Authorization Act for fiscal year 2027. And if I search for Burleson in Missouri, it authorizes no, that's not it. Strengthens, this is coming from Burleson in Missouri, Crane from Arizona, and Carson from Indiana. Does he represent your part of Indiana, Daryl?
No, he's the southern part.
Okay. Edwin, your hand is up.
Oh, I can't wait.
I hope. Go ahead, Ryan. I hope the president signs the amnesty. There's so many intricate parts of this, though. I'd like to hear Mike's opinion on whether or not some of these whistleblowers will need to have some kind of witness protection program, because think of it as like a mafia style, basically when they come forward, they're turning state witness. I mean, what happens if they come forward? They can't really return to this criminal activity after they come forward. They're basically be considered a rat.
Well, of course they can continue. It's their job. They just don't want to be prosecuted for whatever they're doing and the knowledge they have. And they don't want reprisals. I guess this isn't a whistleblower protection program. We're going to take those people into federal custody, the FBI or some other three-letter agency, and go and hide them somewhere for them to go ahead and testify. I don't think. Mike, do you think it'll get that dirty?
Fuck no. These are professionals with families that have national security clearances and NDAs. They're not gangsters murdering people. So no, they wouldn't have witness protection for something like this. Oh. What you said is correct. They would be protected from repercussions and being prosecuted. That's it.
But Mike, wait. Didn't Grush say some of the money that's being used to finance the UAP reverse engineering program or the legacy program, etc., is coming from
criminal enterprise.
Criminal enterprise.
Right. And if you remember back in the 80s under President Reagan, when they were running the Iran-Contra illegal activities, Colonel Oliver North, who was in the military, was running that program. And then he came forward and testified. So it's still members of the military, members of the government, and even if they're involved in illegal activities, they could be exempt from prosecution, and that's when they would come forward, but not put in witness protection.
Yes.
Which was the question by Ryan.
That makes a lot more sense to me. That, yeah, I understand their families are good people. Once they come forward, and let's say they have families, and of course, they need a source of income. They need to keep their job or whatever position they have. There should be some kind of, because the question is, once they have to do it very secretly, of course, right, Mike? I'd like to hear, Mike, what you think needs to be included in this, because you seem to have a good grasp on what's going on. Once
so does Thomas, because me and Thomas talk about all of these things privately, and he is just as knowledgeable as I am on this subject, and all that can happen from it. Yeah, no, these people who come forward initially, we don't hear anything about it.
Just remember, Ryan, I'm the one who points things out, and Mike is the one who enforces them.
Mm-hmm. That's about right.
Okay,
we're the good cop, bad cop team.
That makes a lot of sense, because I think a lot of them are worried about losing their jobs, and they have families to support.
Of course they are.
So if they come forward, it must be done. I'm not sure how this all works. It must be done in a real secretive way, where they're kind of secretively providing statements or coming forward and then going back to their job without their employer knowing about it.
Well, no, that's not necessarily the case, Ryan. Especially members of the military. They care more about their security clearance remaining intact and not getting taken away from them than they do their actual job. Because as long as they have their clearances, they can get a job and work anywhere. Doesn't matter if it's where they found these criminal enterprises and they are turning witness on it. They may not necessarily want to continue in that job, but they don't want their clearances taken away, like David Brush and other members that have come forward, so that they can continue to work. Right now, David Brush is doing real estate, and as a part-time member of Congress for Congressman Burleson. So they want to be able to work. That's what they want.
Zig Corvetti brings up a good question. Who pays their legal bill? Well, the legal bill would be paid for by the federal government, correct, Mike?
Yes. Their legal representation at that point would be something they wouldn't have to pay out of pocket. Look, I got news for you.
It would be the taxpayer, because we have people who are coming forward about illegal programs that have been going on within the scope and realm of the federal government. Realm was everybody else who kind of is like a fucking leech of the federal government, military contractors, et cetera, who are a part of this. So if they're in that scope and they're coming out about crimes from the federal government, of course it would have to be, lawyers who would come forward and be paid for potentially by the federal government.
As it stands right now, Thomas and I know and work with lawyers who would represent any whistleblower looking to come forward absolutely free. So that exists today, right now, privately.
But Mike, I hear they have a double your money back guarantee.
Yes.
No, that's only for a show. Folks, if you're having a good time, you've stopped in at Disclosure tonight, you enjoy the conversation, happy national security. That means every time we hear those words, we take a drink, my friends.
Okay, well, you guys thank you both, and I agree. Thomas and Mike, you're equal, both very knowledgeable about this. So as a question to you before I get off here, what specifically would you, Thomas, and would you, Mike, like to have included in these whistleblower protection programs if you were in charge? And I'll get off here.
Depends on how you want to get off. I don't go that way.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So, Ryan, these people would have to keep their clearances intact, be released from any prosecution for violating their NDAs. They would be able to have a clean slate moving forward without prosecution for any previous criminal activity that they may or may not have been aware of moving forward. And of course, that extends to their family members as well.
And can I throw something else out? If
Yeah,
I
go
were,
ahead.
if I were had any say in this, if what you say comes out to be absolutely a fucking lie, you've got to pay those legal fees back and potentially face jail time.
Yeah.
Because, what's to stop a Stephen Greer from getting up here and start, saying all kinds of crazy shit?
I mean, honestly, we've had people on this show before who have claimed to be whistleblowers, but I think the more, the question that comes out of it sometimes is, what meds are you taking? If not, you should.
Yeah, right. I mean, some of these people, I would ask the question right now, why aren't you a whistleblower? Because what you are trying to blow is shit. Generally bullshit.
Scheisse? Well, they must be German then.
Yes, Scheisse.
Yeah, you've seen the Scheisse videos I'm talking about. Everybody's seen those.
Yeah, but to answer your question, Daryl, listen, when you are going to testify before the Department of Justice or the government, they carefully vet these people for their experience, their background. They check everything out before they move forward. They don't just take people at their word. Never. That hasn't been my experience. So if somebody's full of shit, they're going to know pretty goddamn quickly.
I would like to see that enforced to some degree, like a penalty if you are telling a lie.
Well, look, I can tell you this. When they were holding the UAP hearings, and we had some Greer people coming out of his camp, like Michael Herrera, they attempted to testify at the UAP hearing and go through the Congress. They failed. They did not pass their background check, the vetting. They lost it. So they were found to be discredited, disreputable, and they weren't allowed to testify. So the government is well equipped to test if these people are telling the truth or not.
Wasn't Jeremy Corbell supposed to testify and they didn't allow him for some reason? And could that possibly be the reason why?
No, he's a journalist. And he's somebody who, what the hell is that train whistle
That's
going?
Thomas and Friends.
I'm blowing the whistle, Mike.
Oh my God.
No, brother.
I've got the one. That's the one from Petticoat Junction.
Yeah, I remember.
And Green Acres.
Petticoat.
Yeah.
Petticoat Junction.
Yeah. And to be clear, Daryl, it was Nancy fucking Mace who pulled the rug out from under Matthew Brown, George Knapp, and Jeremy Corbell, led them along for months, picked their brains for whatever she can get out of them secretly when they were going into Congress and giving their information. And then 5 days before the actual hearing, she completely put in the 5 different whistleblowers that we had testify.
Are you talking about the same Nancy Mace who almost got arrested in an airport, was kicked off from getting on a plane because she was going psycho on people? That Nancy Mace?
Yes, that's the one. Yeah.
Whack job.
Yeah, she left Congress and she's running for governor, I think. But I think she lost that race. She got blown out in the primary. And because Trump didn't stand behind her.
Yeah, there's probably something to that.
The last thing I would ever expect her to lose is blowing something.
That's true. I would expect that would be something that she would be naturally gifted at.
Oh my God, we're going to get called a misogynist. Maybe she likes the taco. You never know.
There is a story in her past that is of sexual bad nature. So,
really?
Yeah.
I did not know that. That's wild.
No, I mean, to her. So I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah, that stuff. Yeah, she had a...
Yeah.
You remember, Larry, you remember Gretchen Whitmer, the governor?
Do I remember? She still is the governor.
Of Michigan, right?
Yeah, of Michigan. Yeah. And they attempted to kidnap her. You remember that story?
Yeah, that was all bullshit.
Well, it was the FBI, and they were trying to get people to attempt to kidnap her, and they set these people up. Yeah, but that's not the point. The point is, when this was all going on, a lot of people that knew Gretchen Whitmer from college came out publicly and spoke to mainstream media, and they told everybody that back in college, her nickname was Stretchin' Gretchen, because she was into anal sex with the football team. Very loose as far as that was concerned. So her sexual deviant past had come out during that whole ordeal. So it doesn't surprise me that there are politicians of the female persuasion that can be kinky as hell.
That's one way to get in through the back door.
Yep.
That explains why her husband was the captain of the football team. I was always wondering that.
Oh, well,
my
there you
God.
go. Mm-hmm. Stretching Gretchen.
Okay, well, thanks for answering my question. I understand it a little bit more now. I'd like to hear some of the other people in the audience's opinion also. Don't be afraid to jump in the back and raise your hand.
Thank you,
Ryan. Place where this is the only show where they allow viewers to express their opinion. So if you're in chat, just jump in and raise your hand. Don't be afraid, and I'll
Craig Smith.
listen to the rest of the show. Thank you.
We got a quote from Craig Smith. Craig Smith will be on the screen shortly. Mike just said, Mike, I laughed so hard my drink came out of my nose. All right, everybody, Nationals. Here's the national security and stretching Gretchen.
Yeah, Gretchen, I'm sorry. I live 10 miles south of the Michigan border. So I spend a lot of my time in Michigan. And during COVID, her husband was, oh shit, did I just, TV, what just happened?
Oh, what happened?
It's Fuck You Friday. It's affecting Daryl now.
Oh, I was just about to fix that. No matter what he's going to do. There we go. How's it going, Daryl?
Back. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? Oh my God.
There you go. On? I did that on purpose. There you go. You need to turn on auto, what do you call it? The auto levels of your temperature for your camera. It's white. It's not red, I promise. Oh my goodness. Sorry, Daryl. Jay Albertson's here. Jay, you're a whistleblower? Really?
Yeah, remember, Thomas, I was on your show. It was the MUFON one. Not an Army whistleblower or anything. It was when I did the MUFON episode on here.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. He did. We covered that. That's right, Jay. You did. You went right after MUFON and exposed the bullshit that they were up to. Good story.
Yeah, damn right, Thomas. Or damn right, Mike. That's exactly what you guys do, and you guys allowed me to come out with it, and I thank you for that.
Well, you're a friend, Jay, so you're more than welcome.
All right, seriously, I don't know what happened. Like the TV turned off, everything went
I
weird.
just take this thing and I put up a red square.
Yeah, thanks.
It turns you orange.
Go ahead, tell it. I am so mad right now, Thomas. Go play. I am so pissed off.
You're like the guy in the 1950s. What do you call it? Tom and Jerry cartoons, the guy who was out grilling and stuff like that, and Tom and Jerry, he was always getting upset, and
Oh yeah. Yes, that's me. Oh, thank God I'm back.
Okay, we got that fixed. But for some reason, as I was preparing the red square, you turned red on your own, and that was just like perfect timing.
I'd like to say that Jay's show also has an open format too, right, Jay? So I didn't mean that this is the only one, but your show airs on Fridays, correct?
Yes, the Galactic Family Podcast with his co-host George from England. It's a good show.
I love him and hold him and squeeze him and call me George.
Jay Albertson, your show is a lot like this one, so you're doing a real good job, and that's all I want to say.
I'm following in the mighty Thomas's footsteps. That's the way the Galactic Family rolls, just like his does. Open to the back to everybody.
And you have to be, well, at least here we're serious about not being serious, but seriously, folks. This is a tough subject, and when you talk about stuff, sometimes you can have a real tough technical audience, but we like to have fun and joke around and spit our drinks out because there's great jokes going on. You won't get this anywhere
National
else.
security is always a big thing.
Oh, fuck, there we go. Thank you. I could use that.
I'm here. I'm here.
And
but just to finish my thought on Gretchen Whitmer, by the way, his husband, during COVID, he was seen, everybody's, like hunkering down in their houses and told in the state of Michigan, you have to wear a mask, you have to stay inside, you can't go anywhere. he's out fishing with his buddies.
But Starmer was doing the same kind of shit. But then again, we're talking about Gretchen. You got to remember.
Tell your doctor about lightheadedness, weakness, fever, pain, tenderness, redness, or swelling between the anus and genitals.
Speaking of that, was Sweaty here tonight? We're missing him.
He is. He was.
Oh, Sweaty's here. Good. I didn't even see. Yeah. I can't see because my screen's set up differently. Let's just go and screw this for a second. See, I get to see the person who I'm talking with, and I get to see like one other person, which is Mike, is the last person who talks, and it shows me there's 11 others, but that's how I get the great view that I get. So
I was about to massage your head there for a second.
No, that's okay. Oh, Sweaty, go ahead, my friend.
Yeah, I'm here, man. I'm just sitting here listening to y'all stuff, but yeah, I'm here.
And he's got the best fucking studio. Look at that view. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Like a
he's got the
house.
leftover Christmas lights still up and going and the green plants and everything. It's killer.
Leftover Christmas lights.
Yes, sir.
Oh, it's wonderful. Great to have you here, my friend. All right, so we've been trying to talk about this for a bit. Our views are actually going up. We're actually attracting people to hang out as we're having fun. But that's what it's about when there's so many great things going on. So, Subtitle C, this is the act they're calling it. Mike, they changed the name, though. I don't think it's going to help. Subtitle C, Unidentified Anomalous Phenomena, Records Collection at National Archives and Records Administration. Huh? There's already laws to put the shit to the places. So they're calling the Unidentified Anomalous Phenomena Records Collection at the National Archives and Records Administration UAPRCAP.
You crap?
No, it's not that, but it might as well be.
Sorry.
UAPRCATNAARA. Let's just call it UAPCRAP. We'll figure out the words to get in there for the UAP crap legislation.
UAP. Oh my God.
I know but it's the same language we've gone through before, so we could go through it all and say it, but it's 4 years old.
Yeah, you might as well wipe your ass with this paper.
Don't print it. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's the same language we've had. Now, if anyone wonders, who in the fuck wrote this document? We are the only place that'll tell you the truth. Mike, who wrote this document?
Colonel Carl Nell, who couldn't make the rank of general.
Yeah, the man who would, Colonel, that's right. That's why you never made general, Colonel.
That's right.
It's a mess.
But there have been some famous colonels out there. Colonel Sanders,
Colonel
the name one. Colonel Plank.
Yeah.
Very popular colonels.
Oh, God, yeah. Are there any? Colonel Potter.
Blah! What was his full name, though? What was his full name? Something Potter.
We also have our very own recliner-in-chief, Colonel Ed Brown.
That's right.
Another
from the U.S. Air Force.
Another famous colonel. Actually, in the back chat.
Yep.
And Colonel March. What's his name? Boris Kordoff that played Bring Us Down in the Month TV show. Yeah.
I'll take your word for it. What?
Yep.
Captain Crunch. I'm thinking of Colonel.
That's Captain Crunch.
Colonel.
Yeah, Colonel March.
Yes. Yep. Jay, your hand is up.
Anthony gets.
Yeah, I like Schultz from that episode. Actually, I see nothing.
I see nothing. I hear nothing. Yeah, God, yeah, you gotta enjoy that.
Hogan.
Yes.
Also, there's Philip Corso, Robert Salas. I did not look that up on Grok.
Yes, but I do. So again, we meet Boeington. Happy Boeington.
Oh yeah, that was good. Baba Black Sheep.
Baba Black Sheep, dude, I love that show.
As the audience runs away as we get into the history of things.
And just so you know, Daryl, Bob Salas was a captain in the U.S. Air Force, not a colonel.
But I think he retired a colonel, didn't he? Or
no,
at least that's what Grok is saying.
No, he's a captain.
Famous colonel best represents UFO truth.
No, Popeye's.
Robert Salas.
Where's the thing where you put your hand up?
All right.
Where do you put your hand up at here?
It's the hand icon.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Tom.
Point just.
Let's have some fun
point,
as the audience melts away. Oh, welcome to Fuck You Friday and then some. All right, so what do I have in bookmarks here?
Chris Park and Ride in the house. It's a Chris Park and Ride.
Okay, Robert Ellis.
All right. Okay, so one of the things we're going to get into here today is part of the cover-up that's been going on. This is some... fucking A. God damn it. There we go.
I had to pick the filter. I had to pick this filter. I know. Bye,
There's
Thomas.
a massive worldwide effort. Let's get past that when we know about that. All right, Robert, great filter idea. We got the stuff going about this. All right, so Jay, you've been featured on Reddit today, on X, from All Things Unexplained. You had someone, Skip and Sharon Lingang, and they have actual fragments up from the Maury Island incident.
Yeah, that fragment is actually with that fragment is actually with Anonymous Rex right now, and Anonymous Rex in the back is going to be testing that for us to find out the elements that are involved in it.
Does he have that one? Because I saw the one he had was like a bunch of little crumbles.
It's the rock, but it crumbled on the way there. It's still in the same container it was in when it got shipped.
Gotcha.
He's in the back, Chad.
Yeah,
and by the way, Thomas,
he's mute.
Mike.
He loses ability to speak during the show for some reason. We don't know. We don't understand that yet.
Mike Grock apologizes that it was wrong.
Yes, I know. That's why I wanted you to know that.
I mean, it literally says, "No, I was wrong. Thank you for the correction."
If I get
that's okay. Listen, Thomas and I are friends with Bob Salas personally, so we know, who and what he is, and Grock obviously does not.
Yeah.
All right. All right. We'll get to this one in a bit about Shermer. He's still saying, he's coming out and saying Roswell didn't happen. It was a balloon. So let's go across to Avi Loeb, or Avi Lube as we love to call him here on the show, because you need a lot of lube if you're going to try and get that kind of a conversation down. All right. So a survey of public attitudes towards the Pursue UAP records release. But what Avi is doing, he's creating a survey to go ahead and ask people what they think about it. So before we get to the stop giving me a fucking pop-up, or Avi, let's see what his article says. Let's take his wonderful picture here, do a screenshot. Is he a medium? Yes, he's a medium, because, well, we can't trust what he's saying. We have to go to a medium to figure this out. So let's get into it. So earlier this year, Avi Loeb said, following President Trump's directive, the U.S. Department of War, with support from the Office of Director of National Intelligence, launched the Presidential Unsealing and Reporting System for UAP Encounters, also called Pursue. An unprecedented effort to find, review, and declassify and publicly release unresolved UAP records held across the federal and U.S. government. Now, Pursue represents a historic presidential decision to bring UAP transparency to the American public and the most significant disclosure effort in the U.S. history to date. So that is true. This is the most unprecedented, if you want to call it, program to bring out UFOs, and whether you like Trump or not, this is a bipartisan effort, Mike, to launch us into the truth of UFOs.
That's true. There has been no other president in American history, and this July 4th is going to be the 250th year of our country. He is the first and only one to start to bring this information out on this topic.
Exactly.
Like him or not.
What is this? This picture is the illustration of what is it Matthew Brown in it, or no? Jake
No, this
Barber.
is what the different members of the intelligence FBI who were out on the helicopter going ahead, and they had all these orbs coming around their craft during that time.
Yeah, but it's going into a mountain which is opened up.
Yeah,
and
that's
what
just
Jake Barber put in his book.
AI slop.
That's what Jake Barber put in his book, by the way, that these helicopters fly into a mountain that opens up.
Okay, well, let's just call it AI slop for now. All right.
Yep.
What would you call it? Ice slop?
AI slop.
AI slop.
Oh, AI slop. Okay.
All right. So as documents enter the public domain, a critical question remains unanswered. What does the public actually think? How do people feel about what has been released? Do they want more? Are they ready for more complex evidence? I'll get his voice down. Just give me time. And how would they react if a non-human intelligence were officially confirmed? I got to get the eyes and the whole popping that goes in his forehead.
Yeah, the closing of the eyes.
The answers to these questions are an international research team spanning the globe. Well, you're not supposed to have an international research team, you fuck. It's supposed to be a whole bunch of people from the United States. Has developed a brief anonymous survey examining public attitudes towards UAP, non-human intelligence, and the latest pursue effort. This survey takes approximately 10 to 12 minutes. Your responses will be directly inform peer-reviewed research and policy recommendations regarding future government transparency on this topic. I think this is time for us to take a survey. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. A survey on public attitudes toward the pursue UAP records release. Welcome and thank you for participating in this research study. Background in 2026, the Department of War, with support from the DNI, began an unprecedented effort to find, review, and declassify and publicly release unresolved UAP records across the federal government. And tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and put this link in the chat for anybody who wants to go ahead and fill out this survey on your own time. Go ahead. There you go. It's in our record. Okay, purpose. This survey examines public attitudes towards unidentified anomalous phenomena, previously referred to as UFOs and non-human intelligence, e.g., extraterrestrial life, that what or who is flying the UAPs. The UAPs are currently classified as objects or events that have been observed but cannot be readily explained, while NHI is speculated to exist but has not yet officially been confirmed. I need another drink and I need to listen to Avi more, and we'll get it there. All right, structure. The survey includes 34 close-ended questions and 2 optional open-ended questions, approximately 12 minutes to complete. Let's complete it as an audience. Researchers, Dr. Omer Eldad from Richard University, Professor Goshan Tannenbaum from Richmond University, Dr. Janice Vainhaller, independent researcher, Dr. Timothy Lomas from Harvard University, Dr. Daniel Stubbings, Cardiff Metropolitan University, Dr. Gabriel de la Torre, Cadiz University, Dr. Thomas Rabiron, University Lumiere Lyon 2, and Professor Abraham Loeb, Harvard University. Why is it that none of these people have American names, Daryl?
Well,
they're not from America.
Yeah, I'm wondering where Reichman University is. Yeah, but I don't know.
Cardiff?
Are these the only people that are going to try and take it seriously? I mean, I don't see anybody on Dr. Gary
Jewish,
Nolan from Stanford.
The nose doesn't tell, and I don't have curly hair.
Or somebody accusing you of being Hebrew? What?
Yeah. German.
I've got some
Fessler
Jewish
is
blood
German.
in me too.
Fessler. And also that means the people who make the barrels for the alcohol that we all love to drink. We're barrel people, apparently.
I like barrels. Rhymes with my name.
Oh God, yeah, absolutely. Not Jewish. It's not a Jewish name. It's a German name. But there were Jews in Germany back in the day. You never know. But I don't think. No. Okay, your participation is voluntary. You may withdraw at any time. Click by clicking next. God damn it.
Reichman University is in Israel.
Of course. That is going to turn off the Democrats, I tell you.
Very unscientific poll, by the way. Anonymously, anybody can vote twice if they wanted to.
They can go ahead and see your IP address, and if they're coming in first or second time, they can easily go ahead and preclude additional replies from there. Which country do you reside? Oh, wow. It's not even just going to people of the United States. And why do they put the United States at the bottom? Really? It should be at the top choice. How old are you? Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm 57. God damn it. How do you describe yourself? Jesus Christ. Male, female, non-binary, third general, prefer not to say. I'm a male. What is your religion? Other. No, let's say prefer not to say. Although I'm Catholic, I was raised Catholic, I've had a fallout with the church. It was called all the abuse that went on, that went against my brother, that got passed down to me. So fuck the Catholics at this point and what they did in the United States. But it wasn't just in the United States, it was worldwide. Just saying, fuck you, Catholics. Not the Catholics, the church itself.
But it would be more Christianity, I think, would be the answer.
I still have a problem with that these days. Prefer not to say. What is the highest level of education you have? Graduate or professional degree? University's bachelor degree, secondary. I have some college. So how about that? What is your profession? Do they have anything in here for software development or programmer or anything? Let's see if Avi gets this. Science, research, engineering. I guess I'm an engineer or technology. I guess I am. I'm a staff engineer, so that works. How would you describe your level of engagement with science related topics? With UFOs, extremely engaged. To what extent do you feel comfortable with uncertainty? What fucking certainty is he talking about, Daryl?
I would take that as how comfortable are you with things being uncertain?
Extremely comfortable. No matter what way it goes, right? With disclosure,
I'm 100% on extremely. Yeah,
you have to be fine with it, no matter where it takes us. To what extent do you see yourself as a skeptic within relation to the phenomena that are not currently accepted with mainstream science? Here's the thing. You have to be skeptical of things, but you can't be skeptical of everything in respect to the facts. So what do you think?
I'm skeptical of mainstream science.
So where do you think I would fit, Daryl?
To what extent do you see yourself as skeptical in relation to phenomena that are not currently accepted? I don't think you're much of a skeptic, because that's basically saying you have to fit into mainstream science. And I'm skeptical of mainstream science. Oh, thank you.
Yes, not at all. To what extent do you trust institutions, government, or scientific to tell the truth about significant discoveries related to the phenomena that are not currently accepted in mainstream science?
I mean, how many people are in government? That's a pretty broad question.
What institutions, government, or scientific to tell the truth? I actually think like the National Academy of Sciences Ukraine, which Avi threw under the bus, I extremely believe their results. The stuff that Elizondo was brought out and different things and the conversations we have had, I'm extremely acceptive of what they bring out.
So on the whole, though, are you extremely? You think about Arrow, for instance.
Not at all.
So do you... Yeah, so you're probably in the middle of the
really. Yeah. How much time do you spend consuming science fiction content, movies, TV shows, or books? None.
You didn't watch the Godzilla marathon last night?
I brought it on, but I went and checked in the chat. You weren't in the chat, otherwise I would have watched it. I typed Daryl.
I only watched it for like 5 minutes, and I just thank God there's modern technology.
Yeah,
because it's like watching a child's play,
Consuming science fiction content, movies, TVs, shows, or books. I don't think I really look at it much science fiction at all, tell you the truth. I mean, our time is more spent watching police arrest videos.
Yeah. Right now, specifically right now, the whole science fiction genre is out there in terms of TV shows is pretty slim pickings.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of the good series are over right now or in production.
Well, it says, how much time do you spend on social media platforms daily, including this show? Which is at least 2 hours. And then we've got the after chat and stuff that goes on. That's at least 2 hours. And that means I have at least 2 hours plus trying to plan media for the show. Mike, does 4 to 6 hours a day sound about right for your time frame? Or 2 to 4 hours? Oh, we lost Mike.
It's got to be 4 to 6. That's got to be 4 to 6, I would think.
All right. When did you first become engaged with UAP information? Oh, God, this is going to be 1973. That was when they first started fucking with me when I was 5 years old. How much time do you spend seeking out or encountering content about you? But that's over 5 hours weekly. He already asked that question. Why is he asking it twice? Where'd you go? Come eat your chicken. It's kosher.
Well, because I would be willing to bet that the majority of people in the United States at least fall into the less than 1 hour weekly.
Yeah. How engaged are you with official U.S. government disclosure efforts? More broadly, congressional hearings, ODNI Arrow reports, official records released? Extremely engaged. I think that seems about right. How engaged have you been with the UAP Records Portable released from the government and Department of War this year? Extremely engaged. Why would you check the portal every fucking day? There's only a release that comes out. When the release comes out, we go there and...
I think that's what that means, is to check to see if there's a new release. Yeah, that's what I would do.
It goes from checking the portal a few times in total, or you're checking it a few times every week. Who the fuck wrote these questions? Oh, yeah, someone from Avi Loeb's world.
According to Avi Loeb, probably Google.
Yeah. To what extent have people closest to you, family and close friends, seen, heard about recent UAP releases from the Pursue records? Well, family and close friends, we talk about this shit all the time, right?
Well, I mean, your family, like with your family?
I don't talk to my family. I talk to my brother once in a while. My parents are dead. I've got my sister Cindy. She's a bitch. I don't talk to her. I got my brother Ron and Janice. Janice is the Holy Mother of God herself. Moved down to Houston. My brother Ron he drinks more than I do, so that's in once in a while. But he does bring it up. So
you're saying like everybody here that's watching this right now are are close to you?
What I say, how often do I talk to you, Daryl?
No, I was just gonna say that's cool.
Yeah.
You're
I feel the same way. Circle of contact.
Where's our? Can we cheers? We cheers to that?
Cheers. Fuck. Mike, are you there? Mike. Come on.
Yeah. What's the question?
Have the conversation with Daryl for a second. I need to go get. I'm verklempt. I need another drink.
Oh, absolutely. Go ahead, Daryl. What's on your mind?
Let's see. Did you hear about the hot eating cost? No. What's on my mind? I don't know. This is an interesting. Yeah. Well, they call her a witch here in Michigan. But what's on my mind? On my mind? On my mind is, are we going to get meaningful disclosure in the next? Well, by the end of this year. What is this? This is 6 month, right? We're about to be in the 7th month, so it'll be 6 months. So the back half of the year. Meaningful disclosure. That's what's in my mind. I'm curious. Are we going to get it? Meaning,
well, I know
aliens or something.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. But all I can tell you that I know for a fact is that we're going to be getting Jay Stratton's book. That's going to be coming out at the end of this year. We're even going to get Lou's second book. That's also coming out around the same time. We might get some interesting things from them in their books. That's something that is definitely going to happen and is going to come forward. But as far as the government, are they going to release more files? And if so, are we going to get anything credible? That remains to be seen. and we're just waiting and looking to see what comes out as it drops, like everybody else. I'm hoping that we'll start to get good things that will start to come out. I think it looks like the executive branch and this administration is taking this subject seriously enough to where they are actually moving forward with more drops. They instituted Avi's Scientific Council, which they didn't have to do, but they did. They also now have, out of the DNI, they have the UAP governance group. And that is something that will look to declassify across all branches of the government any information on UAP. That's definitely a step in the right direction that this administration did. That also did not have to. It was voluntary. So with all that,
I think it's a good reflection of why we should be, the people that are in this chat at least, should be happy, proud to be Americans, because in what other country can you team together as a very small group and start affecting some things? And I think that's one of the huge positives of this country. As many people that like to tear it down every day, there's really some common, unbelievably good stuff that happens in the United States.
Yeah, they get caught up in
I'm not trying to be partisan, but I'm partisan.
No, well, you know what it is? Look, Thomas and I, believe it or not, are not really partisan. We're neutral. We only want what's best for the public and for the country.
Well, that's
and we don't care
We're not
what side of the aisle.
Republicans. We're not Democrats. We're independent, like my dad was.
Yeah. Partisan as far as being a United States citizen. If you've ever traveled outside of the U.S. to if you've gone to Europe, anywhere far outside, hell, in my case, just a second ago, if you go outside of the U.S., you'll find that everybody looks to the United States, whether they want to admit it or not. If you just sit down and watch the news in any other country, about 20 minutes of it happens in the United States. Anyway, I think we're a good beacon. Whatever Reagan said, the beacon on the hill or whatever, I think we are that. I think the United States is doing a hell of a lot to push this whole topic forward. And as usual, we'll lead and plant the flag in UFO disclosure.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
True.
Vote for Daryl.
No. There we go. You got my vote, Daryl.
Thank you.
But I think right now, as it is, we're on a good track moving forward. And just wait and at least have the patience to see what we get coming out. We may get something that we've been waiting for a long time, and at least the potential is there, and I'm hopeful for that. I mean, before now, that door was closed. During the last administration, it didn't have a snowball's chance in hell of anything coming out on this. So
you got that right.
That's how I see it.
Yeah.
Has Lou ever mentioned something called Plan B?
Tom, Ryan, when you raise your hand, it's like wait to be called.
Yes, please.
I'm only joking, dude.
No,
we all know you.
Lewis
we're all
never
used
brought
to
up Plan B.
All right. It's all good. I'll raise my hand and wait next time.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm only messing with you, and you know it.
Yeah.
So back to your Rorschach test of from Avi Loeb.
Oh God.
To what extent do you believe that non-human intelligence exists? Definitely exists, 100%. What were your reactions to the Pursue UAP releases by the U.S. Department of War in 2026?
I shit myself. And every time they drop something, I continue to shit myself. I don't know how to fix it. Tell me, Avi, Dr. Lube, how can I fix this problem?
I think you need to reach out to Gretchen to get that answer.
Ultimately, it leads to turtles telling you about a problem between your anus and genital.
What the hell is even that?
Tell your doctor about lightheadedness, weakness, fever, pain, tenderness, redness, or swelling between the anus and genitals.
You'll be sorry.
Yeah. All right. So the awe. Moderate awe. We got a bunch of disclosure dots. Happiness, excitement. Very much so. Curiosity. Very much surprise. Yeah, we got a bunch of shit we didn't like. Indifference.
Disclosure dots.
Fucking
enough
middle.
with the disclosure
Fear,
dots.
threat. There's no fear or threat. Anger, frustration. I wasn't angry or frustrated. We know it's the start of this, right?
Yeah. That's right.
Skepticism, doubt. No, I believe this shit. The only thing that was they wouldn't, when they were, oh God, where's that at? Brave. I need to find Brave browser. Bring fucking new window. Here, let me get to this one really quick. I need YouTube. I need to get to, hold on. Yeah, we got a bunch of fucking balloons, don't we? Yeah. Thank God we never get copyright hits. If this is Disney, we'd be getting stung. So skepticism, doubt, no. Except for the balloon photos that they fucking gave us, and we knew it was balloons, right? Yeah.
According to Avi, everything is a Chinese balloon and prosaic.
Overall, how would you describe the reaction of the people closest to you? Family and closest friends to the recent pursue UAP releases by the government.
They developed unexpected anal itching. Tell me, how can you stop this, Avi? Help us, please.
That's when we bring out Avi Lube. Or, you know what? We do have a tank or a Vagisil for those who are inclined and may not realize what they're dealing with.
Or Preparation H.
Yeah.
We should actually be filling these answers out in his questionnaire.
I know.
We're answering this and letting his
How
team
would you describe
figure
the
out.
reaction of people closest to you? Somewhat
Anal
positive.
itching.
To what extent?
Intense anal itching.
That's not an option. To what extent do you preserve the information pursue as a threat to national... Hey, Daryl, we got a drink finally. As a threat to national security.
Oh, thank
There we
goodness.
go. There we go. Not threatening at all. There's no threat to national security on that shit. This shit's been around forever. It's not going anywhere. Learn how to wipe. Edwin, comments on wiping?
No, I guess I'm too serious all the time, but I take your jokes, Daryl. It's all good. I don't take offense to anything. But I think this whole disclosure thing is I guess we just have to accept, or I'm trying to accept, that it's slowly moving along. Like, I'm so impatient, I want something released now, but I guess I have to accept that this is slowly moving along. The government moves very slowly.
Yeah, of course.
Ryan,
at least there's executive orders that are in the works. So
okay,
I guess,
back to the questionnaire. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. To what extent did the people closest to you, family and close friends, perceive the information in the pursuit as it relates to national security? Not at all threatening. Let's move on. How readily do you feel to encounter more complex or challenging UAP-related evidence, e.g. sensor data, technical analysis, biological findings?
All of the above.
I'm ready for it. Bring it on. How do you think the general public would like the grapes I'm having? The general public is to encounter more complex or challenging UAP-related evidence? Yeah, I think everybody's ready for it. Fuck all the people who aren't ready for it. Sorry. Go read a book in the closet. Do you think the U.S. government should release more or less UAP-related information to the public? Much more. How do you feel if there was an official confirmation of a non-human intelligence? About fucking time. Very positive. Yeah. How would your close circle feel if there was a confirmation of NHI? Mike, Daryl, what say you?
Well, it's like you said before, about fucking time. We already knew, and we want to know more.
Positive.
Show us proof. Yeah. Optimistic, positive.
Did you click that? You moved beyond it before I saw it. Did you click? Oh, there you go. Very positive.
How threatening, thank you. How threatening would you perceive the official confirmation of NHI to be? Not threatening at all, because they've always been here.
if they wanted us dead, we would have been dead a long time ago.
Right.
That's
really quick,
it.
folks.
So, yeah.
We have 139 likes and 301 viewers right now. If you're having a good time, please take this time to go ahead and give us a like. More importantly, if you're watching and haven't subscribed yet, we've got a special double your money back guarantee. Mike, why don't you tell our audience about that?
As always, the cost for subscriptions is always free. But with that, we give you a double your money back guarantee if you're not happy. And it's a win-win situation for everybody, because if you like the content, you like the show, then subscribe and you'll be notified of every new episode that comes out.
Right.
So please like and subscribe, everybody.
Please do. How much do you believe the confirmation of NHI would affect my life? Well, it would make our show a lot more popular.
It would. We get more clicks, more views, more subscriptions, and we'd have a lot more to talk about.
That's not a cult, Dusty G.
Also, liver disease.
Yes, cirrhosis is definitely one of the issues that might arise from that.
Speaking of that, here's to national security.
Oh, thank you.
And what colors will do to your skin. All right. Would the confirmation of NHI cause you to question your religious beliefs? Not at all.
No, one thing should have nothing to do with the other.
Right. How much do you support or oppose government funding scientific research into investigate UAPs? I strongly support it, as long as the money doesn't go to fucking Avi Loeb and his what was his program
Science
called again?
Council.
No, not the Science Council. What is his program called at Harvard?
Galileo.
Fucking, as long as not a penny goes to Galileo, I'm all for it. They're a bunch of fucktards and they don't know shit, and they will cover stuff up because Avi Loeb's involved with it. But
because according to them, everything is prosaic and Chinese balloons, so we're not having it.
Chinese balloons.
So every time we say the word balloon, I've got the video cache. We're going to be playing Nina's. And she doesn't give us copyright strikes, thank God. Sweaty Nerd, your hands up.
Yeah, this survey, what the hell? Like, okay. I just want to say that. That's all.
Thank you. Yeah.
Also, for everybody that isn't in the back chat, if you want to join the back chat, you could have seen Sweaty Nerd's dance moves just a second ago, and they're fantabulous.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yes,
thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
All right. You got to say something first, Sweaty, and we won't bring you up. Say something, Sweaty.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Disclosure.
To what extent do you believe that social stigma discourages scientists from researching UAPs? I'm going to say not at all.
No, because we know that there are scientists researching UAP without the stigma affecting what they're doing.
But apparently Avi can't find fucking people in the United States to go ahead and analyze this survey.
Because he's a schmuck.
Yeah. Have you personally witnessed what you believe is a genuine UAP? Yeah. Unfortunately, yes. Have you personally interacted with a form of non-human intelligence associated with UAP? Yes, absolutely certain. But that just takes my replies, though, Mike, and throws them in the crackpot bin.
Yeah, I know.
Optional. If the U.S. government officially confirms the existence of non-human intelligence, what concerns his language is not. Whoever wrote this, they didn't do a grammar checker, and English is not their first language.
Robbie wrote it.
Yep, sounds like
if the government.
Sounds like the zoo.
If the government officially confirmed the existence of NHI, what concerns you the most and why? How the religious fanatics deal with the truth.
Oh, they're going to say it's demons, and they're going to be all up in arms about it. Even though demons don't need, and God doesn't need the starship.
Okay, God, it's 100 characters. Okay.
Start jumping off of buildings.
That too.
Yeah.
Okay, how religious fanatics deal with truth, have a closed view of what reality is, of what reality faith biased. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does, actually.
So
it's a good
the
term.
religious fanatics deal with it. Okay, how would you consider the most? How would the religious fanatics deal with the truth and have a closed view of what reality is? They're faith-based, period.
It's faith biased, actually.
In reality, you don't see a lot of suicides.
Optional. Please freely share your opinions about the release of the Pursue files.
We haven't really gotten a large degree of Pursue files yet. We're still waiting. Bring them out. We want to see them all.
Okay. It's a great start. I don't like Avi's involvement. He's biased and a paid disinformationist.
Yes. I agree.
There we go.
100%.
We figured it out. Could be worse.
Yeah.
Could be better.
Michael, you have your hand up.
Finished that survey.
Yeah, this survey sounds like he's looking for stuff that he can use to direct his narrative.
Right.
As opposed to the public's. I mean,
we have our own survey now.
Are hardly related. I mean, oh, geez.
Here we go. We got a survey going, folks, our own survey. We've completed the one, and everyone has the right to go out there and do that. I recommended everybody to go out there and fill this. Don't let what we filled out today go ahead and get in the way of what you're thinking of here. Let me pull this down. Where the fuck did that go? God damn it. There we go. Let's bring this up. All right. Hey, Google, set a timer for 1 minute and 30 seconds, please.
Got it. 1 minute, 30 seconds.
Third timer for 1 minute and 30 seconds. And that's starting now.
All right, we got the whistle started, my friends. Let's go ahead and get there and see where this is going to take us. You have 1:18 left. I trust Avi Loeb is the survey. Yes or no? Well, 92% of the audience so far, Edwin, says no. How would you vote on this?
No. I think it's a rigged poll to serve Avi Loeb's interest. And I think it was generated by AI.
No. Not the poll in general. Do you trust Avi Loeb? Period.
Yeah, so I have a follow-up poll that I was working on while you were on your poll, Thomas. I was working on my poll. So just letting you know, there's a poll queued up. After this poll, it blends well with this poll.
All right, let's find out where it
Not
goes.
even no. My answer is no, but hell no.
All right, thank you, Edwin. We appreciate that. Thank you for raising your hand on that one. Michael, how would you vote on this?
Oh, no. But I'll bet that Daryl is wondering who voted yes.
Yes, your poll would actually be answered in the affirmative. You're right. Now that you mentioned it, I am curious. But
all right, the timer is up with 64 votes in. I'm going to bring the first poll to a close. There we go. Where are we at? Where are we sitting right now? I trust Avi Loeb. 11% of the audience says yes. 89% of the audience says no. Daryl, this is your opportunity to start your next poll. Go ahead.
Okay, Thomas. Well, let me get back into the poll area. Welcome to the stage, Daryl's poll. 1 second. Here's start poll. There you go.
Got it. Don't forget, Stretching Gretchen.
I want to forget that very quickly.
I cannot forget that name. That is just wonderful. All right. What is the story behind Avi Loeb's new UAP Disclosure survey? Genuine scientific interest, the federal government wants the data, or to aid Avi's own personal gain? Wow. 57% of the audience, Daryl, thinks it's going to Avi's personal gain. You better start working on that follow-up survey to go ahead and to get the details more detailed.
Well, what I mean is he's doing this of his own accord to help push his next book, essentially. It's the survey you'll find in his next book.
Who said that, Sandy? Sandy Thing? What did you say, Sandy? Hold on. I trust Avi. I like him and he makes perfect sense. Most of you here never heard of him before 3 Atlas. Fuck no. We've been hearing about Avi Loeb since he's been around for the longest time. When he had Oumuamua and all of his bullshit. He's the one who took the Tic Tac and said it could never have happened. He's the one who took the incident that Kane handled in Ukraine and said it never could have happened. He wants to, if you want to call it, corral stuff on basic physics and not think that there's anything out there that humans can think about. So we've been following Avi Loeb for a very long time, and I hope you open your eyes, Sandy. We love you, seriously, but Daryl, your thoughts on that one?
Well, as far as Sandy in general, I mean, I'm open. I'll be always open to, being wrong, but it doesn't feel right. Isn't there a song? I want to be right, but no. I want to be wrong. Come on, Mike, you know the song. I want to be wrong, but I feel right. I'm right. I don't.
That's the only song I have queued right now. I'm sorry.
I want to. Michael, what's the answer to the question?
So to add to alwa's own personal gain, if the federal government wanted this data, they would have done the survey themselves.
That may be what they did.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's true. Avi Loeb is now saying that UFOs could be dark matter, which is something they've never proved existed. And now they've got entire galaxies. They say, look at these galaxies and what they're doing. They are absent from dark matter, which means you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. They have sponged billions of dollars in to figure out what dark matter is. And what have we gotten? Yeah, that's about all we got. Avi and his dark matter.
You know what? It is what it is. Like, what are we going to do? We can't go and tell Avi to quit. I mean, the fact is he's a Harvard professor. I guess they started at the top. Maybe that's their whole
Harvard
federal
professor
government
with
strategy.
tenure.
Right. So maybe they started at the top instead of shooting for Richland College in Dallas, my alma mater, versus Harvard or, whatever. who knows? At least it's getting some attention. I would at least hope that, hey, Avi Loeb at Harvard is doing this. Loeb at Harvard is doing this. So we should probably do this over here at the University of Michigan.
Remember when Avi went off and he went down to, it wasn't Fiji. It was the
Bali.
No, it was in the South Pacific. He went out to look for his little metal balls, and he came back with coal slag. And he tried to say this is from an interstellar object when he was actually bringing up stuff that was actually coal slag and trying to, take the time he was spending with a bunch of shirtless guys in the South Pacific to go ahead and find something. And they didn't find anything.
You know what would be great is if you would have added a question on this, just looking at our poll answers, the last two polls. How skeptical are you of Avi Loeb? Very
that would have been the good one.
Not skeptical at all. You got Sandy, not skeptical at all. Everybody else.
Yeah, Papua New Guinea. That's right. Firefly. Thank you very much. Firefly. Ding, ding, ding. Won the show. She said Papua New Guinea. But then actually said she said New Guinea, but then we had stuff in Forbes come in and say Papua New Guinea. Thank you. We appreciate that. Didn't find shit. They spent all that money that they got from the millionaires to go look for something, and they didn't find anything.
Papua New Guinea is also known for a lot of volcanoes, so it doesn't surprise me that there's a lot of shit rolling around, from on the coal slag or whatever on the ocean floor.
I know. We're there. We got to have some fun with it.
Oh, yeah.
Did I cover all the stuff that's on the title card? No, I haven't covered it yet. God damn it. Michael Shermer, who is on the, I think I got it here. Michael Shermer. He's one of the scientists that was brought in by Avi Loeb to be a skeptic on the scientific committee. He calls it the true story from Roswell, from my book, Conspiracy. Our story begins on July 7th, 1947. He gets into it and he calls it out. But what he's saying is exactly all we dealt with in Roswell was a balloon. And it was a special balloon that the military was dealing with. We've heard Elizondo come out and say, from his personal opinion, Roswell was real and it happened.
From the guy over here on the screen, what's his name? He, in his life, later on in his life, said it was all a bunch of bullshit right here. This was bullshit. What he was asked to do this, and what he found, was a real spacecraft that had hieroglyphic writings on it, and it had what did he call it, the unbendable metal or whatever, or would come back. No, he totally came back and said that this was all a sham.
Yeah,
and
Jesse Marcel.
That's a great interview. If anybody can go and look up Jesse Marcel's interview on this. It's amazing. The guy that's in the picture.
Yeah.
So this is the guy who goes out there and says, here's the evidence, here's the information. Roswell never happened. He's a skeptic on it, puts out books there about it, but somehow he qualifies to go ahead and be a part of this scientific council. If anything, I see Avi bringing him on is someone to back his bullshit up.
That's what it is. But I see Jay has his hand up. Go
Jay,
ahead, Jay,
take it, my friend.
Yeah, I was going to say, how does Avi square with the fact that there's been evidence on that picture right there, Thomas, with that note in that guy's hand, that they did AI photo analysis and got the letters on it that says, removed bodies from crash site, little coffins needed. Like, they got words out of it. They didn't get the entire sentences, but they got enough words to tell it was an actual crash.
But don't forget Einstein and his teacher's pet, literally, went down and he saw the crash in person in the summer of 47 when this happened. They flew there. They saw this shit.
Yeah. But he would have to dismiss the fact that people have done AI, and not AI, but photo analysis on that letter right there that he's holding that actually has words in it that you can see plainly that say, like, recovered bodies, recovered disc. Like,
Okay, just really quick. We got that stuff there. We did not get anti-gravity. We did not see seven craft being moving
But in
out
that
of the path
note,
of a
it said, I
hurricane.
think the
We
only...
didn't get Project Bluebeam. That's a bunch of bullshit. So, Stargazer, we understand where you're coming from, but you just got to tone it down a little bit.
Oh, well, okay. Yeah, I was going to say in that note, the only... Oh, yeah, okay.
Not you.
I was going to say, the only thing that you can read in that note is like a couple words, like recovered disc, crashed bodies found, coffins needed, but it's enough to say, you know, there was something there that happened that was unusual that, you know, that Albie's going to have to explain, and he's not going to have an answer for.
Like Stretch and Gretchen.
Exactly. We'll get the lube.
Yes. So
he's
so taking
he's
taking the disinformation and he's pushing it. He's writing books about it. He's citing his books about it, and it's just like even like the stuff that was coming from the stuff that happened in Maury Bay in Washington. He's debating that shit as well. When Jay, you pointed this out the day we got the last dump from the federal government, where it detailed how many tons of material was recovered
on the 9th page of that one document we went over, Venture Press, it said there was 20 tons of material that was recovered and sent to Oklahoma University to get analyzed. And the main thing was, then the next section, the next paragraph read, Oklahoma University failed to analyze the material.
How did they fail to analyze the material?
They could not determine at that time and that year versus what technology they had, what that material was made out of, so they failed to analyze it.
Now, Tim, in the back, you've had this material for a couple weeks. Who have you submitted this material that's been in your possession? Who have you submitted it to for additional analysis? And what have they found so far?
Yeah, Tim.
And have you grown a third testicle since coming into contact with it yet, Tim?
See? Tim, are you there? Come on. We know you're in the back. Or unless he's with an invalid account and he's there and he's not saying anything, and I need to bounce him out.
He had his video on earlier.
Well, let's just remove him from the call. If he's not going to answer, if he's in the back, I'll remove him from the call. There we go. I didn't kick him out. If he wants to come back in and answer the question, he absolutely can. He has the material. He's going to be sending it out for stuff. We'd like to know where it's at, but if he won't answer and be a active participant in the back, well, then he won't be. Right, Daryl?
Hey, you're the commandant here.
Mike, what would you say? Did I do the right thing?
Absolutely. 100%. If he's not answering, that means he's not there.
He'll be on other people's podcasts, but he'll be in ours in the back to listen in, but won't go ahead and chime in? What's up with that?
Well, if you're hanging out in the back and you're called on and you're not answering, then you don't need to be there. I agree.
Exactly. Edwin, your hand is up. Go ahead.
I agree. Yeah, me again. It's very interesting stuff, Jay. When the results come back on your analysis, I'm sure they'll let you on to discuss the result. I find it interesting because it's right here in my state where I live. But there's an old debate that took place between Stanton. I forget when it was. It was Stanton Freeman versus Michael Shermer, and Stanton Freeman just chewed up Michael Shermer to pieces. He just demolished him. And in the end, it turned out that Michael Shermer, before this debate took place, didn't even read the book or do any research. He just got up there and tried to ad-lib the whole thing. And Stanton Freeman just destroyed him. It was a classic debate. I forget when it was, but Shermer doesn't do any of the reading or any of the research. He just throws stuff up in the air, hoping something will stick. If it was a balloon, how could the what was it, the 160, what was it?
Sorry, anytime we say balloon, I'm going to play that. But Mike, what did he just say? I need a translator, please. Daryl?
Yes. What he said was, I wasn't listening.
It's all good. All good.
Sweaty nerd. Did anybody hear it? Because I did, and it just was.
All I heard was.
I'm sorry, Edwin. Reconstitute what you just said in 15 seconds.
Was I breaking up?
No, your words kind of melded together. I guess it could be the national security.
No, Stanton Freeman took place in a debate with Michael Shermer a while ago, and Stanton Freeman
did? He's dead. He's been dead a long time.
No, this was many years ago, but he destroyed Michael Shermer over the Roswell case. Yeah. Well, Shermer didn't do any of the homework before the debate, and he didn't have any idea what he's talking about. The guy is just a...
He doesn't do any research to what is actually he's trying to talk about, and he tries to debate people on what he knows, not what he actually researched into the topic. Right, Edwin?
Exactly. And Jay, when you get done with the results on the analysis you're doing, it would be interesting to hear what the results are, because I find it interesting the fact that it's right here in my own state of Washington. So good job with that.
As soon as I get everything together, Thomas will be the first one I go to.
All right.
Wow.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Sorry, it's up there. I'm going to keep on pausing it. So, yeah, we got Shermer going up against everything. So it's just kind of like, why in the fuck did Avi bring him in unless he just wanted a skeptic to come in to back up his bashing of the reality of what we're dealing with? I guess.
I mean, if he defends, if Avi Loeb defends the notion that Roswell was for real, I would be surprised. But yeah, I mean, if you're saying Shermer was brought in so that he can have a debate, who's he going to debate?
The first podcast got actually Lou Elizondo to go ahead and say Roswell happened was Disclosure Tonight.
There's too many witnesses.
I have to thank Tony Bragalia for pushing me on some of the questions that I asked, because he's a freaking genius. UFOexplorations.com, my friends. Check it out. The guy is on top of this. He's been researching Roswell and the cover-up coming from Wright-Patterson and Battelle Institute, which runs all of our national labs. He is on top of this, and he has been for the longest time. While he has had some, polls in different places from some of the different skeptics out there, he's remained pretty much consistent on the truth of what happened. And it's just sad to see someone who's had such a negative aspect relative to what happened back at that time be brought up by Avi Loeb. But look at all the people on the survey. This is a survey about the United States and what's going on here, but he can't help but bring other people from Israel and all these other countries around the world versus bringing in the Science League from the United States, who's actually bringing this and trying to bring the truth out. I guess he wants to open this up to the world, but shouldn't we be focusing on what the scientists feel here, Daryl, before we open this up? Unless they don't see things in the way he wants.
This is why, like Mike always says, give the executive order on this right now. Just let it
deck, right?
We don't need Avi Loeb. We don't need everybody. Just show us pictures of Jackie Gleason and Richard Nixon with an alien smoking a cigar. Then we know, it's for real.
Who was that magician again? The guy who could see the future, everything from Israel, who's still talking about this now?
Oh, Uri Geller?
If Uri Geller has proof of what was going on and the bodies he saw when he was supposedly taken behind the scenes with Werner von Braun, bring out the truth. Otherwise, you're just another scam artist, right?
Yeah.
If he's been sitting on this stuff for 40 or 50 years, bring out the fucking truth or shut the fuck up.
Right. But that's, yeah, exactly. I mean, if you're a whistleblower, didn't I hear earlier, if you're a whistleblower, you're protected as it is?
So he could be a whistleblower, bring out the pictures you took and share them.
Yeah. No, I do think
he
Uri
doesn't
Geller's
like
onto
what we're
something.
doing against Israel, and he's putting, Trump as a demon at this point because he doesn't agree with not giving Israel the ability to continue attacking Iran and Lebanon. Fuck him. Bring out the truth or shut up.
Yeah, do that, please.
But he should have seen this coming to him ahead of time because he's such a psychic. He should have known if he was going to bring this stuff out that people were going to push back. So if you know about that, but no, actually the spoon bending it's actually real. I've seen one of those spoons up front, and it is kind of deformed and all that kind of shit. So he knows how to do something with energy, but it doesn't mean if you know how to do something with energy, everything that you know is exactly correct.
There is some other person, I can't remember who it was, but I just remember him being a credible person.
Yuri Schmuckenstein?
And he was over with Uri Geller. Well, Uri Geller was with Uri Geller when he was doing some meditation. And Uri Geller had his hands up like this, and he's like, saying his mantra, whatever it was.
I need to step away for a second. Keep on taking this, and I'll be right back.
I'll wait till you get back.
No, just continue. I'm not going to leave. Mike.
No, what I was going to say was he was... The witness, whoever the guy was that was there, he said that he said, now does that really do anything? He said, come over here and put your hand in between my two hands while I do this mantra or whatever he was concentrating on. And the guy said he could feel like a real heat, like a hot heat sense thing in his hand when he did that. When he put his hand, he'd take it away, put it back, and there was heat there. So yeah, I do think Uri Geller's onto something, and I don't know enough about the guy to really judge whether he's a honest person or not. I just don't know.
He was on an interview, Uri Geller, a while ago, and the interviewer asked him to do a demonstration live of his psychic abilities, and his cop-out answer was, I'm not feeling it right now. I'm not in the mood. So he sidestepped it real conveniently.
Oh well.
I don't trust Uri Geller. I don't believe in his psychic abilities.
But wait a minute, Mike. It just wasn't that. Wasn't also Courtney Brown the same way?
Yeah, same shit. But
we
then
brought
again,
him on the
Courtney
show one
Brown,
time, and we brought him up about this, and he's like, no. He said he agreed to it ahead of time, but when you brought it up during the show, he completely backed out about it, and was completely insulted.
And what about the egg bringer? What about the egg bringer? What's his name? Who could bring the eggs down? He said he was going to do it.
Jake Barber.
Yeah.
What happened to their shit? All the promises that they said they were going to bring us within a year.
Right? Exactly. Have them land at our feet and take photographs or video. Never happened.
No.
Never happened. But if you remember, when Ross Coulthard had brought Jake Barber up publicly, did the interview, and he made these claims from day one. Thomas and I covered it, and the first words out of our mouth was, we'll believe it when we see it, and until we see it, it's bullshit.
Yeah.
And it turned out that we were absolutely correct about that.
Oh, bullshit artists.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that one that's not.
Why do you think we have that?
Not that one.
Oh, a bullshit artist.
One more time.
Oh, a bullshit artist.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we haven't been wrong yet.
But Mike, in your investigation, we know how that goes.
Yeah, we do.
It never goes well for those people.
No, it doesn't. It really doesn't. Yeah.
Just the facts.
Yeah.
Just the facts, man. That's all we want is just the facts. We don't want the story, everything else. Just give us the fucking facts and we'll get there. If we want a story about stuff without facts, we'll turn to religion, right, Mike? Just saying.
Right. If it's about faith, then sure, there's organized religion. That'll fill the bill.
And that's where Colonel Potter got his start, was on Dragnet.
He did. That man, he got away with it. Henry Morgan. He was in the big shows, yeah.
If anybody wants some good old TV shows to watch
if I play the dun, 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 if I play that clip in that length, which is under 4 seconds, I'll get hit with a copyright strike.
Of course.
Form of a bucket. No, form of water, shape of a bucket. Wonder Twin powers activate, Daryl.
Activate.
Boom. And then the monkey takes, the water jumps into the bucket, and the monkey takes the bucket and throws it on the fire in the Hall of Justice. You remember that episode, don't you?
Yeah, that's the way it works.
Oh, God, yeah. Oh, boy. Yeah, the
So
world
now, let me see if I understand this with the Wonder Twins. They were boys and girls. And when they did Wonder Twins' powers activate, he was the one that became a bucket, and she was the one that became wet.
Water.
Why is that? Yeah, wet. She became the one who was wet.
It's our witching hour, everybody. This is where things go south.
Hey, you know what? There's a if y'all watch Family Guy, there's a episode where they actually did that.
Wait a minute, you mentioned Family Guy, didn't you? Hold on, I've got something here for that.
Here you do.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
If you look at the bones of a Tyrannosaurus Rex, it's clear by the use of carbon dating that Mountain Dew is the best soda ever made. I'm Carl Sagan. Just how old is our planet? Scientists believe it's hundreds and hundreds of years old.
There you go.
Yeah, they did a segment on that with the Wonder Twins, and the guy turned into a maxi pad.
But they were like Hispanic, weren't they? I think they were Hispanic.
Of a maxi pad?
No, what happened was he had went into her purse and took out her threw out the maxi pad she had in there, and he turned into a maxi pad.
Hey, Richard Abraham.
And put himself in the purse.
Yeah, but isn't that incest because it was his own sister?
Like I said, here he goes, everybody.
Yeah, it was.
But they actually have a new thing called NAM pads to stick up your nose. It looks like a tampon, but it's to actually go ahead and deal with, frequent nosebleeds. NAM pads. It's a new thing. I didn't know. I hear this shit driving to work at 5 o'clock in the morning or 5:15 in the morning. Just saying, and that commercial is on Fox News way too many times, and CNN and everybody else.
Wow,
oh my God.
Man pads,
NAM pads, not man pads, because we know where those would stuck. It's not man pads, but NAM pads.
Oh yeah, I know a president who's a spokesman in waiting on that.
You do, huh? Let me guess. What color would that president make you? It's not working. My colors aren't working anymore.
Apparently, I'm already jaundiced. I don't know. But it's the guy that wrote, actually didn't write anything.
Yeah. Oh, we got you, my friend. All right. So we got that part taken care of. What else do I have here in this stuff? So we saw the stuff. Oh, God. Get out of that post. Is there anything else? We've got that one. All right. So where is it? Where's the video on this one? So NASA was watching something, and this showed up in the NASA feed. Oh, you guys can't see this. Sorry. Let me get it up here. Hold on. Video full. This is a NASA feed of something was in the clouds, and it was going on relative to the space station. And then they brought up the high definition Earth viewing experiment. Either switching cameras or stuff was going on. But what it's in response to is this motherfucker. What the fuck is that? Look at that thing. It's like it's two fucking cubes connected. This is the video feed from NASA. And it got so far and it's like, oh, we're going to go ahead and shut it off. So what is this? An alien ship or a ship belonging to the secret space program? That's what they caught, finally. NASA didn't shut it down in time. So that looks like, does it look like a satellite to you? My sweaty nerd, Mike, Daryl, anybody?
No.
It looks like
It's not a Chinese weather balloon either.
They're calling it a barbell, which it could be. There could be something that connects the two, or it could be just two things that are bound to each other.
I think that's the barbell that Chuck Norris threw in 1985. It's still circling the Earth.
Could be space debris from like old satellites, or it could be, shit.
Jay from MUFON, what do you think?
What does that look like to you, Jay?
Jay once, Jay twice. Nope, he's jaywalking, Mike.
Yeah, that's okay.
I mean,
that's very odd.
Yeah, it is. And if I take that object from that screenshot and bring it up a little bit, I mean, that's no satellite. That's no satellite.
Is it falling, or is it like, does it have some type of trajectory or something?
Well, we can see it. It's moving along.
Yeah.
It's coming from there, shooting down. It's going down and away from where close the space station is at.
Mm. But they shut off the feed, though.
Yeah. Well, they didn't stop it. They weren't paying attention unless the people... But, you see it from this angle. You can see it's more of a triangular shape, but it gets up in here, and it's just...
It's not a triangle. It's two
not
cubes.
A triangle.
No, it's not.
Two cubes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like connected.
Two black cubes.
Yeah.
And no. We could say it's not a balloon, right?
It's definitely not a Chinese balloon.
That's not a balloon.
No.
That's not a cube liquid storage bag on the ISS Jettison. It's a black tank, their poop storage. No, it's not. So, it goes from there being introduced. The camera starts there in the clip. It goes down as it's going around, and then NASA gives us the please stand by. The high definition Earth viewing experiment is either switching cameras or we're experiencing a temporary loss of signal with the International Space Station. Why do they call it, Mike, a high definition Earth viewing experiment? Don't you think they should have been able to figure this out by now?
Oh, yeah. They've had plenty of opportunities to figure it out. They just choose not to.
Yeah.
That's okay. Did you see that SpaceX launched a mission today to put classified material for the government up in orbit?
No, I haven't. But they do that all the time. They are the number one payload specialist for going ahead and delivering material to space for the federal government.
Yeah, Elon is doing very well with that on a regular basis.
Yeah, but we're going to cover this tomorrow, but we have to cover it now. Did you know that incest is now legalized in United Kingdom at the request of the Muslim lobby? Keir Starmer legalized the United Kingdom marriages between first cousins.
Oh, you got to be fucking kidding me.
An appeal from one of the deputies of Starmer, Mrs. Starmer, do you understand what you are doing? This carries catastrophic health risks for people, many of which not be determined until the child is born. If this practice continues from generation to generation, the English people will disappear. Starmer, yes. I've already stated my position. And let's play the text on this because this is just fucking ridiculous. They are just opening up for genetic experiments and to go ahead and pay for these people and their entire life to keep them alive when they're just genetic abominations.
I
And marriage between first cousins carries significant health issues, many of which aren't even knowable until post-birth. When practiced generation after generation, there is a significant multiplier effect. In addition, the real impacts for the openness of our society and women's rights in our country are also significant. After all, there are significant dynamics in sharing a same set of grandparents. On Friday, this government has a choice to let my bill go through to ban first cousin marriage to committee stage. Will the Prime Minister think again before instructing his whips to block this legislation?
Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, we've taken our position on that bill. Thank you.
That completes Prime Minister's question.
Wow, Mike. That is just fucking crazy. They've legalized first cousin marriages in the United Kingdom.
Jay says he has to go. Thanks for coming in and joining us tonight, Jay.
Yeah.
It was good having you.
No problem. It was my pleasure, Mike. And like I said, I'll keep you guys informed on what goes on with the medal. And when we get the results, you guys will get them next.
Yes,
thank you. We appreciate it,
my
Jay.
friend. Please do.
Hey, no problem. Have a great night.
You too.
You too.
Good night, Jay.
Oh, God. We almost covered this one. Mike, this could have been our show yesterday. Fauci exposed. We should have covered this yesterday.
How long is this clip?
Oh, this is 5 minutes. Let's play it. This is the last day coming out from Tulsi Gabbard before she resigned from office. Let's see what she has to say about Fauci, the cover-up that happened with COVID, and the damage that was done not just to the United States, but to the world from this criminal. Here we go.
Before the COVID pandemic, Dr. Fauci, as head of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, provided millions in U.S. taxpayer dollars to fund dangerous gain-of-function research on bat coronaviruses at the Wuhan Institute of Virology, work which is now widely viewed as the source of the unintentional lab leak that sparked the pandemic. Now, in support of President Trump's maximum transparency mandate, today, on my final day as Director of National Intelligence, I'm releasing never-before-seen communications and documents that expose exactly how Fauci worked with politicized career leadership in the intelligence.
And here's the thing, Mike. This makes the United States culpable for the COVID pandemic. It wasn't just Fauci. They gave him immunity on this, right? But the United States is technically responsible at this point based on these facts for the COVID pandemic. It's our doing, right?
Yeah, we created it. That's right.
Yes, we gave Dr. Frankenstein the blueprint to do this shit.
And paid for it.
Community to suppress the truth about his actions, the virus's lab leak origins, and his role in directing U.S. funding for this dangerous research that caused immeasurable harm and countless lost lives. Now, these documents expose Fauci's direct role in influencing and manipulating IC assessments on COVID-19 and how Fauci lied to Congress in 2024 when under oath he denied knowledge of or participation in discussions with intelligence officials about viral research. We also received testimony from multiple intelligence community whistleblowers who reported retaliation for challenging the intelligence community's manipulation of intelligence on the virus's origins, once again revealing a clear pattern of suppressing dissent, silencing critics, and burying the truth. Dr. Fauci's close relationships with the intelligence community enabled him to assume three key roles that shield him from scrutiny. First, Dr. Fauci funded dangerous gain-of-function coronavirus research linked to Big Pharma and their pursuit of universal vaccines worth trillions of dollars. Second, Dr. Fauci was the behind-the-scenes advisor who, alongside his hand-picked so-called experts, pushed the intelligence community to endorse a natural animal origin to hide his dangerous gain-of-function research that he funded using taxpayer dollars, all of this in a deliberate attempt to cover up the truth and shift the blame and attention away from Fauci's own actions. Third, Dr. Fauci became the nation's pandemic pundit and he publicly pushed lies, disinformation, and censorship using every platform available. Now, according to hundreds of reviewed emails, which are included in this release, the intelligence community almost always incorporated Fauci's recommendations. He promoted a fraudulent paper whose publication he helped prompt as legitimate information for intelligence community consideration. Senior analysts praised Dr. Fauci not as a policymaker, but as what they called an unbiased guide to the real coronavirus experts, while deliberately ignoring experts who might dissent from Fauci's narratives. Now, Fauci didn't stop there. He blatantly lied to Congress under oath during his 2024 testimony to the House Select Subcommittee on the Coronavirus Pandemic, denying that he ever spoke to any intelligence agency about COVID. Now, the correspondence I'm releasing today directly contradicts his sworn testimony. Now, we received statements from multiple whistleblowers revealing that the intelligence analysts who dared to challenge Dr. Fauci's COVID origin conclusions faced threats of retaliation, marginalization, and many suffered career setbacks. For example, a contractor was terminated just days after coming forward to OVNI as a whistleblower. Another example, those who advocated for the lab leak hypothesis or expressed dissenting views were reminded by their managers that leadership would determine which analysts would be promoted and which would not. The message was clear: go along or be punished. Senior leaders also sought to undermine whistleblowers by removing anonymity, which is required in the whistleblower process, as they made their complaints, and also insisting that their managers or attorneys be present during OVNI meetings where these whistleblowers were coming forward with their testimony, obviously creating an atmosphere of intimidation. The COVID pandemic caused tremendous hardship and pain for millions of our fellow Americans and countless people around the world. Now, after years of lies and censorship and cover-ups, the American people deserve transparency, truth, and accountability. The tactics that were used to hide the truth are straight from the deep state playbook. Politicized, self-serving leaders like Dr. Fauci covered up their own wrongdoing and abuses of power, manipulated.
Daryl, I need to point out really quick, she has her own national security cup on her desk.
I did see that. And I think that's a presidential national security.
I know, but it's a presidential national security cup.
That's
national security. There you go.
Manipulated intelligence, lied to Congress, and undermined a duly elected president by restricting his access to the vital facts he needed to keep the country safe. It's time you know the truth.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
He went all scorched earth.
You know, this could have been, you know, if I look for it here, I could have taken this. This needs, if I can find the right one, this will be the title card maybe for tomorrow's show.
Yeah. Yeah, we could do that.
It's huge. We're dealing with disclosure and everything else, but when this kind of disclosure comes out, how can we not look at this and not cover it and say, what the fuck is going on with the United States government? The United States government is responsible for COVID, not just Fauci. If Fauci has anonymity, right, and they've given him that presidential pardon, that means the fault for all the shit goes on doesn't go on to Fauci, it goes on to the United States government, which means all of those tens of millions of people that have died from the actual disease or the vaccine, like my mom, your brother, other people that have gone through this shit, right?
Yeah.
We no longer have in our lives because of the shit that they went through.
Right.
That shows then the United, if Fauci has a pardon, that means the United States government has the responsibility to go ahead and acknowledge, yes, we did this shit. This fucking bozo was responsible for it. He's the one who killed everybody, but we gave him a pardon, which then takes the responsibility from him onto the United States of America. That's the truth. That's the big lawsuit that's yet to happen. But if it does, this shows that We let the guy go so we could be the fall guy. What the fuck is up with that? Why would the government go ahead and do such a thing to give him? But you know what? They really need to get down to the truth, Daryl, for those executive pardons that went on and really, take it out. But if this is something like a Nuremberg trial or like they had the trials and stuff for what happened in Cambodia and other things for the massive deaths caused by Pol Pot, he's the modern day Pol Pot right there, my friend. And they need to do something to take him down. Daryl?
He hasn't responded to this, by the way. It says it's a rapidly developing story. So maybe by the time the show airs tomorrow, maybe he'll have something to say about it.
He's going to have nothing to say about it because he has a presidential pardon. But anyone that is familiar with the law knows that that presidential pardon only prevents him from federal prosecution for crimes, not for civil litigation. Plus,
or other countries,
from international bodies,
or other states within the United States. The cities and the states can sue him, not the federal government.
Mike, what about all the people that died in Italy? What about all the people that died in China? All these different places. If you want to look at and who was truly responsible, yes, China did do this shit and it leaked from their area because it was so dangerous. But this motherfucker and his organizations actually went out there and told them how to create this stuff. They gave Dr. Frankenstein the manual on how in the fuck are you going to create this. Follow this illustration. You're going to do all these different things. Not just that. We're going to go ahead and give you all this money, American money, to go ahead and do this shit, which really points towards the American government being responsible for this shit.
New York City was ground zero after the Wuhan leak. Because
so was
they
Seattle.
all came
Remember,
internationally
we had the first. We had a retirement, and actually not a retirement facility, a facility where elderly individuals who went into the hospital. You know how it goes. You're in the hospital. You have to then go to a facility for rehabilitation before you get home.
Yeah, we had that here in New York as well.
That was the first facility it hit, and almost all the people in that facility died. But then we started seeing that everywhere. Even fucking Cuomo, when he was the governor of New York, was taking and putting the individuals with that into these facilities where the old people were, and it was their death sentence.
Right. So there could still be civil lawsuits against Fauci and the money he's earning from these patents. He's still liable if someone wants to put together a class action suit.
The money he's earned from his patents
and will earn perpetually.
You know what? If it takes him and his entire family and all the people he's distributed this money to, and if it takes that and literally liquidates them, well, good. This guy doesn't deserve to be a free individual. Period.
Well,
the fucking hell my mom went through after the vaccines, that his patent that he earns revenue off of was given to her. The fucking hell she went with for 7 months until she finally fucking died from it. No one would want to ever have anyone that you love go through that kind of death. Yes, it's unreal.
Yes.
Thomas, did you see that clip from James Jozak? Jozak, like it's all over the internet right now.
You know, we can actually cover that tomorrow. That was actually on the title card. Is that the one about his survey that he put out there about disclosure, that all these people believe about what's going on with disclosure?
No, like it's a video which they're basically using honeypots against UFOs and then using DWs to.
Are you talking Jordan from the UAP Disclosure Fund?
No, Jordan, like he was part of
not Jordan Flowers, right?
No. Like Skywatchers. He was from Skywatchers, like the Jordan guy.
Hold on,
Jordan Jozak.
All right. Well, thank you for bringing this up. For those who are with us still, we are in the extended time frame. We will be covering this tomorrow. but we're going to cover it now. We've got some clips coming up from Christopher Mellon on the UFO World Congress in Barcelona. I think this is something recent that's going on. We're going to go ahead and play this. This is coming from Joe Murgia, who's very, very, dialed into it. And then we also have Professor Avi Loeb on News Nation talking about it. We should be able to find a link to what you're talking about, and we'll go ahead and cover it. Let me go ahead and play these two things first. The first one is 1:23. Here we go, folks. Buckle up.
And much less disclosure. And I'm talking about very, very senior people who have access to a lot of information, and they're saying, in some cases, the people on the Hill, what are you talking about? And show us the evidence. And they're mystified still. So
Mike, that right there shows exactly why we're not going to get disclosure coming from the House of Representatives. Just what he said right there. We've seen this when that one guy who looked like Gonzo with the huge nose. Remember him about a week ago?
Yeah, I remember.
And he was talking about this, and they can't believe the claims that Russia's making or everybody else because they're so stupendous. Show us the proof. We're hearing the same thing here now coming from Mellon. Let's listen to it again. Here we go.
What are you talking about? And show us the evidence. And they're mystified still. So the UFO community, of which I'm a part, I guess, but we have a tendency to see and hear one side of the story in our own stuff. And there's a lot of conspiracy theories because the government has lied and concealed information and all of those things. The conspiracy theories grow in darkness, right? But to the best of my knowledge, the federal government is not in charge or running, doesn't have any big plan, and disclosure is not imminent. If it does happen, it'll be the result of the efforts of people in Congress right now, and people are taking action, and small number of people who may have this information if they come forward.
This has got to be old. This has got to be old because Mellon is talking like a fucking sausage, as my grandmother would say.
Can you open the chat up, Thomas? A chat is closed right now.
Okay, it's on. There you go. All right, we got this one. I
sent a video in the back chat, Thomas.
That's fine. We'll get to that one next. Let's play this next one here coming on. Avi Loeb talking about his new Space Advisory Council. The Nick's got breaking news we'll be bringing up next. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. This is what we would have liked to have at the start of the show, but here we go.
Okay. Is it your job as the person in charge of this council? Are you guys going to finally explain what these objects are in these videos, or what? Are you going to get to the bottom of it all?
Well, thanks for having me. That's exactly the intention. On the same.
That is such a fake smile, just saying.
Same day that the third batch was released, Steven Spielberg put out his film, Disclosure Day.
And he keeps on taking Disclosure Day and calling it out as something that was just something he came up in his imagination, and that's what he's selling to everybody. No, Spielberg did the research. He talked to experiencers, a whole bunch of them, and what went on, and based on the story that he got between all these people, he built the movie. So listen to this guy spread the disinformation about Spielberg.
I think it's much more interesting to live through the reality rather than the artistic freedom displayed in the script of Spielberg. And frankly, my car is not being crashed against a moving train, as you find in the film. The government is actually...
Because you're not a fucking whistleblower trying to bring out the truth, and you have information that's so fucking consequential that they want to fucking kill you. He just doesn't get it, does he, Mike?
No, not one bit. Spielberg worked with Jacques Vallée 50 years ago on Close Encounters.
Yeah.
So it's not like he's not knowledgeable on the subject. He is.
Again.
Just hand.
Finding different things to discount the behavior of what's going on in the movie. Okay, hypersonic boom. Some people like it, some people don't. I haven't seen it yet. I'll see it when I can see it on my 10-foot screen right in front of me here. But when we get to it, That's the problem we're looking at, is it's discounting of the situation that many people do to go ahead and protect their life when they're trying to bring out the truth.
Cooperating with me, with scientists, and that's very exciting because it means that indeed there are objects they cannot figure out, and if they were suspecting that these objects are definitely human.
Hold on. We're not playing audio, so we should be fine.
The Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, rather than sharing it in a file release to the public and asking scientists to help them.
How are you going to figure out what these things are?
By following the evidence. You know, we need to keep our eyes on the orbs, not on the audience. And by the audience, I mean social media people having opinions. By collecting.
Yeah, we have opinions, and we're calling you to count, you motherfucker. We will continue to call you to count for what you're saying. We will not be quiet and just listen to you like a god, because you're not a god. You're just another paid talking fucking head. The wrong one who was selected for this job. The one who can't even bring in people from this from the United States to go ahead and figure out what people are going to say. Granted, I know you want to open it out to people around the world, but the reality is the people who are bringing you in is the United States government. From here, not everyone else globally. I'm sorry, I don't want to exclude people, but you know what? At this point, Mike, their thoughts and everything is secondary to what we're trying to figure out from what we figured out.
From our government here at home.
Yes.
No other country has come forward with anything on disclosure.
Nothing.
So
not Russia,
they really
not China, not the United Kingdom, not France, Australia, New Zealand. Everyone's denied everything. We're the only ones who are doing it.
Right. Agreed. So they don't really have very much to say on the subject, in my opinion.
Nope.
Better data with better sensors, analyzing it with the latest AI software, then we can make progress. And we can advise the U.S. government of how to collect this data, because at the very least, if you have...
Yes, it's not just about AI. And if they want to get to the people to go ahead and advise the government, at least they've got Matthew Zedegas on there. Really, who needs to be on there besides Matthew Zedegas is David Mason. He should be on that panel because he knows specifically what it takes to actually observe this shit and actually record stuff beyond what they've actually been observing so far.
A down-to-earth interpretation of these objects. They are a national security threat if they are human-made, produced by adversarial nations. We have holes in our defense system of the U.S., and there need to be more priority given to figuring them out. And in the process of getting better data and figuring them out, you know, we might realize that one of the objects is not human-made, and it's sufficient to have one in order for that to be the biggest discovery ever made by humanity.
When you say follow the evidence, is the only evidence these videos, or is there other evidence, whether it be witness testimony, or is there even tangible scientific evidence?
Yeah, so it needs to be evidence from multiple sensors, so we are sure that the objects are real and not optical illusions. We need to figure out their distance and the velocity acceleration that they exhibit, which would convince us if they are outside the performance envelope of human-made technologies. And finally, you know, if there is any material, and that could include the biological material, but any material from crash sites of such unidentified objects would be very useful in the scientific analysis. And, you know, it's not clear what the government exactly has because the most interesting data is probably...
Jesus Christ, we're only halfway through this. Edwin, what say you?
Oh, shut the fuck up, Abby Loeb. We've already determined that some of these are not adversarial nations, you fucking schmuck. Jesus Christ. Every fucking day, his smiling grin is on TV talking the government line. He's a representative of the United States government.
But he's been doing that for years. What, you know, it's unfortunately a lot of people aren't going to realize this is classic Avi Loeb, Mr. Deny, talk about other bullshit and talk about things it possibly could be versus talking about what it is.
Well, he could take his bullshit somewhere else, shove it up his ass, take his Galileo project with him. We don't want to fucking deal with his bullshit anymore. Jesus fucking Christ. Anyways.
Why in the hell was Anapolina Luna sniffing up his asshole, Daryl? 3 weeks ago.
I don't know, but I have a poll when you're ready.
Oh, God, send it up. Why not? Let's do it.
All right, here we go.
Get the sound effects up and going. I shall be amused. Not that one.
I don't do it as good as Mike does because I'm not from Brooklyn, but fucking A, man. I wish I could just.
Yeah. All right, Daryl, we got the poll.
You've
put it up there. Let's bring it up and for the audience to go ahead and see who would be a better fit for Avi Loob's new job. Thomas Fessler, thank you very much. Gary Nolan or Luis Elizondo. Wow. Well, thank you, folks. Personally, I would say Lou. DC Muscle Wolf? I'm too old for him. He likes young kids, like below 20 or so, or more. You know what I mean?
How many people are in the audience currently? Let's see.
41 people are voting. We have 309 current viewers at this point.
Oh my God, this should be a good poll.
Yeah.
Avi Loob wouldn't know what a UFO was if it fell out of his ass on Tyler's toilet.
Yeah.
So you know what's funny is it's not funny. It's first of all, more people please vote because I really am curious. I really think like a lay person to the whole topic should be in charge of this group because who would be the most least impartial? You know, yeah, I want to hear from science. I want to hear from military people. I want to hear, DC Muscle Wolf. If you got any good yoga exercises or whatever, I want to hear from you. But, impartial. An outsider. Thank you, Easy.
Yeah. Good points, Daryl. And that's
it would make it fun.
That's how it should be, right? We're going through disclosure. We need to look at this not as, oh my God, so much stuff is changing and say, oh my God, motherfuckers, you thought it was this way. Cheers, right?
You know what? This is what the president should get behind us because what better way to bring out disclosure? Hey, let's just have a party. Let's have a space party every night.
Let's celebrate, right? When I die,
right.
If anyone comes out to go ahead and deal with me at that particular point in time, and I have already said I want to be turned into diamonds, Daryl, precious gems, where they will go ahead and cremate you and then take you and compress you for a period of time, and you come out as precious stones. That's what I want.
Yeah. I mean, this essentially would be the Donald Trump like takeover of the whole UFO topic because you get in there and you go, I want to focus on this over here and that over there. I don't give a shit about any of this other bullshit. Let's get to the heart of the matter. And guess what? You get to the heart of the matter.
Yeah. And that's what we want to do. Aliens? Let's put the bullshit aside, the political stuff, the deep state stuff. We just want an answer on what the fuck we're dealing with.
The truth is out there. I'm so tired of hearing that.
All right, Google, set a timer for 1 minute.
But the truth is definitely known by some people.
Okay, Google, set a timer for 1 minute.
1 minute.
Did yours start too?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I have to wait. I have to stay it slow. Wait till it goes ahead and acknowledges, and then I can tell it what to do.
Well, you got me twice now. You got me on my phone, and now you've got me on my Pixel tablet.
Gotta have fun with it. Did I get anybody else in the audience? Yes, we're still there. We're at 67 votes. I'll deal with that. We can close this off. And Luke said he voted for me. Thank you very much, Luke.
That's just to me. I mean, it's not everybody has voted. Obviously, maybe they're not taking it seriously, but I take it seriously. I think that's
the medium-sized one, the really expensive one.
It's the Trump effect on UFO disclosure.
Does it warp it?
Just run in there, make it happen.
Oh, I take it seriously. I voted for Thomas.
Is that the one where you have like the other stuff that goes into it, the medium-sized pot, the expensive
I mean,
one?
look, I mean, his real life is still occurring, you know, even though we're in the middle of disclosure. See, real life continues.
It does. You're right, Darryl.
Oh my God. The really expensive pot that I got from the secondhand store that's like a $500 combination. I'm getting the signal. I can't talk about it, but I already did because he may have warped the bottom of the pot by boiling it. He didn't warp it. I love that pot. I can't even smoke it. But anyway, let's get to what Nick said. He sent a link here. We'll be covering all this stuff tomorrow. Don't worry about it, folks. Copy link. Copy. Go to this. Shut that down. And I need to go to here. And what is Nick going to send us down tonight? Oh, no, it's text. No, it's Jesse Michaels. Let's get into it. All right, so we got Jesse Michaels talking with someone about psionics. And let's see who it is. Oh, God. Mr. Facial Cream. We covered him last night, 2 nights ago, didn't we, Daryl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who is that guy?
He's a gay left-handed guy who's a psionic asset. They got him since he's been a kid, but you can see he's had a whole bunch of additional face peels or other stuff and stuff on his face to make him look young, but not like Jesse Michaels. But I wonder about the magic that could have happened. Let's get into this.
They use electromagnetic pulse weaponry against these things, and then so they're covered with plasma, and then they sort of become inert, and then they come down. Is that right? Like,
yeah, like I'll be honest with you. The way that I understand this, again, not Skywatchers,
yeah,
right? But the way that I understand legacy UAP crash retrieval operations to work, many different styles, right? One style is, let's say they're using psionics, okay? You're going to take psionics, highly developed psychic aptitude. They're going to go set up in the desert. They're going to run their protocols and processes, which are probably highly formulated on love.
So they're going to get you to go ahead and think about something. We're going to take you to the state of mind. You're going to go ahead and relax. You're going to shut off your body. We're going to tell you how to go ahead and shut off the body. And then they're going to give you a visualization of what they would think of a love is or different things to create this overwhelming emotion in your consciousness that becomes like a broadcast, kind of like to catch fish on a bait. Does that make sense, Daryl?
Yeah, yeah. So have you watched this whole thing already?
No, I haven't. I'm just telling you by what I know.
Okay, because, yeah, he seems very credible.
He does. I'm just talking about what he's getting into and coming from someone who's dealt with this type of stuff since I've been a little kid. I'm just trying to point out what he's talking about.
I've watched about, I don't know, I think there's 15 minutes in this video or something, but I think when I heard it, I thought a lot about your experience.
Yeah.
And they're probably going to do that in an environment where there's directed energy weapons all around. So you're almost creating this like honeypot of like, hey,
They're calling it a honeypot, but it's like a fish bait, meaning you're putting off all this energy, right? This particular emotion, and your emotion is acting on something because these things feed on our emotions, and they're replicating a specific emotion in your state of consciousness when you're in this state of mind that echoes stuff off, and these things come in to feed on it.
Yes,
understanding
this
how
also...
we are literally the animals at the farm. They feed on our emotions, and they figured out the specific emotions that they could take people and put them in to go ahead and attract these things.
This guy's look on his face is also priceless right now.
love you, come see us, we want to interact with you. And then let's say that thing interacts, all of a sudden they're hit with a directed energy weapon, materialized, and like, yeah, then it's recovered. So the real sad part of this, where like Ross Coulthart, I think, talked about this a little bit already, like Area 52, is that how everything happens? No, but I do have awareness that, yeah, like many crash retrieval operations have like operated that way.
And then in the book, Sentinels of Ether, you know, that.
But that's not crash retrieval. That's interception and elimination and retrieving what's left over. Right?
Understood.
Crash retrieval would mean, oh, something crashed. We came in as the recovery crew to help the driver, to help the pilot, to help whatever's going on. They're doing it, and we help them. We recovered their vehicle and the people and everything's within it. No, this is us actively shooting the shit down.
Jake put out. It's like, so they recover material, and then there's a mental interface as far as the reverse engineered craft as well. Like getting that to fly requires the psionic assets to lock in again on the ground, and then it gets those to fly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the world gets very abstract and like very complex at that point.
Are you high confidence in that part, or just like the ability for the thing to show up? Or
I'm high confidence in the fact that crash retrieval operations have shot many things with directed energy weapons.
Jesus Christ. And if your consciousness is locked in as the psionic asset to the craft,
mm-hmm.
and that craft is getting shot, that must be a traumatic feeling.
Yeah. Yeah. So I experienced this. I won't go into details like when, where, or anything like that, but at one point in my own...
But why not? Why not give us some of the details? You don't need to get into what, where, or why, but talk about the specifics that were going on and what you felt and the whole bit.
Personal history, right? I experienced this. I was interacting with the phenomena. My consciousness was co-creating, co-piloting, and whatever kind of, manifestation of the phenomena that was showing up, right? And halfway through the process, as I was like communicating with other people, kind of demonstrating this, I felt something go wrong that I've never felt before. The way that I could kind of explain it is it felt as if my body was actually turning to stone. Didn't feel like I was getting electrocuted. It felt as if the thing that I was connected to consciously, as well as my body, was immediately turning into stone. And there was like an emergency I felt to get my consciousness out of this thing and back to my body, because it felt like if I stayed, that the conduit, right, this like unseen consciousness connection was going to be like severed. And there was almost a ability for me to get stuck in this thing, right, if I didn't return back to my body. And from what I understand, the area that I was running that exercise in happened to have directed energy weapons, naturally near it. So chances are something got brought in, detected on radar, and like naturally it's looked at as an adversarial threat. So yeah, I mean, I'm very grateful to be alive and unscathed from that experience.
But where am I at here? I need to find myself here. If this stuff was really going on, Nick, and this stuff really happened, and he's out here talking about it.
Yes, I mean,
do you think he would really be alive at this point? Do you think he wouldn't be within custody for breaking national security protocols like they were going after Grush, etc.? It's just really amazing claims, right? And it's an interesting story, but if he was really out there and he was really dealing with stuff and it was going on and this is what he was involved in and he's out there talking about it, do you think he would still be someone who would be free and walk around? Seriously.
I mean, they use directed energy weapons against UFOs, which
doesn't matter if he had this kind of information, seriously thinking, and he was talking about programs, different things that are going on based on what we've heard. Would he be still walking around and still talking about this more and not have been silenced? in one way or the other. Mike, Daryl, what do you think?
I think they'd kill him if he would be coming out publicly with information like this if they didn't want him to. Right.
Based on what we've heard from all the different people of what's going on, how they've tried to lock down to it, why can this guy can get out there and say all these things and talk about it and not get silenced? It doesn't feel right.
It doesn't. It's bullshit.
Yeah. Just, you know, it's interesting story, sounds credible, but if this is the case, why aren't they doing anything to silence him, Daryl?
Who would silence him and why?
The deep state, the people who are involved in the programs to go ahead and bring in, recover, and shoot down and recover the UAP that he was involved in. That's a deep state program.
Well, I mean, if they did, you would amplify his story.
Well, yeah.
So not killing him, you just let him be out there as a crazy man. So
you're going to ignore him. You're not going to give him warnings. You're not going to give him signs.
I think that's the smartest
You're
thing
not
to
going
do.
to go ahead and say, you know what, these family members, these different things, this is what's going to go on. It's in your interest to keep your mouth shut. Like they've done forever.
I don't know, man.
I mean, look at Grush. He had people in his house leaving messages, taking ashes out of the house and putting them into the trash, putting active trackers. You know, you look at the stuff Grush is saying. Yes, there's a certain level to it, but if you look at what this guy is saying, it's
what
like
is this guy's credibility in the world? What's his credibility? What is his credibility? Why would anybody take him seriously? Because I'm just watching the people in the chat saying, I would guarantee you took a poll right now, 90% of the people response will say they don't believe this guy. So whatever the secret is that has been going on with this guy, he manages to stay alive and nobody believes him.
I know.
I'm just saying, I mean, the PSYOP has worked.
Yeah. Yeah, but no proof. That's right, Scoop.
Right. Exactly. Nobody has to believe him, and it doesn't look like
that's why
anybody
a lot
does.
of the story, you know, when I talk about the shit that happened to me, I don't bring it up a lot because you know why, Daryl?
Right.
I don't have any fucking proof to back up any of the stuff that I can say.
I get that.
It's flashbacks and memories, different pieces that came back together, and that's what I deal with. I wish it would be more, but unless you have the stuff to back up what you're saying, you just come out from, like, you could potentially come out from someone who sounds like they're hanging out in the grocery store between the dried fruits and nuts or in the cereal aisle between the Fruit Loops and Lucky Charms.
Right.
Not that I want to say it, but.
Yeah.
We have to get beyond wanting to believe. We have to be able to have the facts and stuff that goes along with it if we really want to move public opinion forward. And that's what's come out of Congress, from the House of Representatives, multiple members lately. They want the truth. They want to see facts. You know, Grush, great stories. Right. I want to see some stuff to back this up. Otherwise, it sounds like a total fucking nut job.
Right. I mean, how much of Jesse Michaels has been on, like, NBC, CBS, CBS, or ABC? I mean, you know,
about as well.
Yeah, not that I look for them as I don't look to them as the beacon of hope, but you know, they're struggling they're always struggling for ratings, and if they could put something on that seems credible.
If Whistling Mike is legit, let's see the facts. Let's see the files. Let's see the actual materials. Let's see the videos. And I'll believe it. Until then, it's just another story. I'm sorry. Someone can come out as strong and everything as they want, but if they can't back up what their proofs are, they're no more a reality than when he goes attacking everybody else, Jeremy Corbell and everybody. Flat out. Yeah, that guy. The guy who knows Gene Sticko. Whistling Mike, that Whistling Mike. He's been over on, the Total Disclosure podcast. That guy. He's been here before. We've talked to him. We've had private conversations with him. I don't believe anything until I see the facts. Mike is really, kind of positive towards it. I am very skeptical until I can see some truth about what's being discussed. I don't believe a word of it. It's a great story until I can get the facts.
Yeah, there's something called a proof.
Yes.
And the proof exists. So just show us the proof already.
Yeah. Bingo. 100%. I think that's what we want with disclosure. We want the proof, right? We're tired of the fucking low quality videos with everything. We want some fucking truth.
Yeah. We don't have to go through all this bullshit. We can put everybody out of business. Just show us the fucking proof.
Bingo.
I mean,
it's not too much to ask for, is it?
No, but what does that tell you though about human nature? Because there's a business. I mean, there is a business of keeping it secret. There's a business of making money on the topic. There's
a
lot
business
of business
like
going
Jeremy
on.
Corbell taking and assembling all of this data as a critical researcher, but not bringing it out because quote unquote it doesn't align with their media program.
Yeah, Jeremy, just open the fucking safe behind you. Let it all out, brother.
Oh, they're back. Well, there's one there.
They're back.
Yeah. And Timmy's back too. Enoch, what's up?
Hi, I was just going to say something quick on that guest on the Jesse Michaels show. I watched his thing the other day, and he made one of the most outlandish claims that I've ever heard.
Yeah.
He was claiming that he was in this room and they had this
Really
alien.
quick, take your camera and put it down a little bit because you're like Wilson or whatever. There you go. Perfect.
There you go. There you go.
There you go. I like to fix that.
Okay.
Thank you. Because otherwise we were like seeing you from your nose down.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, this is definitely better. Yeah, so he was on the show and he was claiming that he was taken into this room and he was shown this alien technology device. And it sounded like that device from the Disclosure Day movie. Oh, wait. If you haven't watched it, I won't say anything else.
No, I haven't seen it yet. No. I'm waiting to go ahead and get the copy that's surfing around the internet eventually when it shows up.
Okay. Yeah, so I won't say anything else, but any type of connection there. So
that's okay. The first 2 hours was great. It was like a chase movie, like Escape to Witch Mountain. If you haven't watched Escape to Witch Mountain, go ahead and find a copy of it. It was a mid-70s, late 70s video from Disney about kids who were escaping to Witch Mountain where the UFOs were going to go ahead and take them away because they were actually aliens.
And spoiler alert, all those chases happen at the end of the movie.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah, so to wrap up all I was going to say is he claims he interacted with the device, and when you listen to it, it's so ridiculous that he's the only person to come out and say, oh yeah, I and so casually, oh yeah, I interacted with an alien device, and it looked like it had a million facets of crystal, and they were moving, and I was looking at it, and it was like reading my mind, and it's just like, are you serious?
It sounds like every time I fucking meditate. It's a manifestation of your consciousness, but yeah.
But he says this was an object that was created, I don't know if by people or aliens, but
it reminded me of like he was looking into a jar and he saw like I was thinking of like Men in Black, the universe within the dog or the cat's collar or whatever it was.
Yeah,
but that's basically what he was saying. He was looking into something mystical and was like,
but then it turned into an eye and was looking back at him.
No, there was no eye in this one.
I thought he talked about an eye looking back. It manifested.
No, you did.
Into
No,
an
but
eye.
not Jesse Michaels in this episode.
Okay, that was a different one that happened this week, apparently. Enoch?
But yeah. I mean, but why is that so much more outlandish, Enoch, than Bob Lazar getting inside of a UFO and observing everything he observed? So
have you heard the latest on Bob Lazar? That what he said was true, but Gene Stickel was now saying that the what was the thingy The element one was the element
151.
115. 115.
115, but now Gene is saying that was a Russian disinformation that he was working from. I'm getting obnoxious. Sorry.
What do you need, buddy?
Uh-oh. I'm being obnoxious. Sorry, folks. Didn't realize that.
You're being obnoxious?
I'm speaking over people and I shouldn't be. Sorry.
That Bob Lazar was working with Russian disinformation?
Was that
Is that what Gene Sticko said, that Bob Lazar was working with Russian disinformation?
That, yeah, element 115 is Russian disinformation. That what he was talking about was correct, but I think I could go ahead and move that out of here. Let me get to my other count I've got over here. Bring this around there. Give me a second. I'll have it up in a second. All right, I got it. Try and be nice and calm.
All right, while you're doing that, Thomas, do me a favor. Check your DMs on X right now.
There we go. Bob Lazar was telling the truth, but element 115 was a Soviet deception. That's the latest, but Mike just tells me I need to go over on X. And
what's it all about, Mike? What's it all about?
Check my X account.
Oh, my God.
Oh, it's a DM. I'm sorry. Never mind.
Direct message. Yep, that's live now, Thomas.
Did you put that out there?
I just did, yes.
That doesn't look like her completely, but close enough. Too tall.
Yeah, well, we talked about putting Luna back on the pole, so I did.
Oh, boy.
Welcome to Disclosure After Dark, everybody. You didn't even have to join the back chat.
Yeah. So we got the stuff about, well, element 115 was a Soviet deception. You guys brought up Lazar, and this is something that came out this last couple days. Whether or not we want to believe it, whether you want to believe Lazar, or you want to believe now that element 115 came from the Russians.
Do you think Gene might be a Russian disinformation agent?
Oh, I never thought about that. I don't know. I don't think so.
No.
All right. I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
It's a good question.
Are you a Russian disinformation agent?
I just put the link.
To be one.
Darryl, I put the link to it in the back chat. You can click on it.
Oh, my God.
What is it?
It's a link to getting Luna back on the pole.
It's not Luna, though. It's just AI. Oh, boy.
Wow, they allowed that on X? I didn't know they allowed that on X.
Banned, he will be again soon. Gosh. Yes, about the numbers.
In defense of Representative Anna Paulina Luna.
Oh, my gosh.
She did say she was a cocktail waitress at a strip club for 2 weeks to get money together to go see her husband who was wounded in battle in Afghanistan.
Take a look at her campaign photos of her in a bikini.
I've got those. I've got the live video. I've put them back in the back chat.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Well, we can't show that yet. So, yeah, we've got that stuff on Gene and everything else. Anything else from the show we haven't covered, we've got that piece. All right, so we got the stuff that's covered. I'll take the shit that never happened for 1,000, Alex. Oh, in grocery trust. All right, so here we've got a massive luminous orbs hovers over the sky. In the blink of an eye, it's gone. Okay, nice.
It's gone. It's gone.
Because if it's legit. Oh, look, we've got someone with a fake UFO out there on X.
Was that
we
from
got
Third
Eddie
Phase
Abbott,
Moon?
not Eddie Albert, talking about this isn't a drone show. It's something else. It's aliens. Okay. Anything else? Christian Mellon, Congress has repeatedly asked about crash debris, etc., and the answer is always the same. We don't know what you're talking about. Repeatedly asking the same question and getting the same answer was not helpful. We need a strategy to build a wider, broader base of support to press further and eventually get to the bottom of this. My premise is to get to that. So, all right. So, no. Don't need to see that. From Catherine Herridge, she used to be like involved with like major news until she got fucking fired for covering the truth. Deny Gabbard Police. This is the one report you should not miss. She's talking about the U.S. lab lease, the U.S. lab assessed Wuhan lab link in 2019. And the truth they found back in 2019, Mike. This is before it even hit the United States.
Right.
We already knew what it was.
Really good work.
We already knew what it was.
Yep.
Boy, oh boy. No, leave that out of there. What else? David Grush from a while ago. Some football. Some more football. Some more football. Nope. All right. I think we bought. There we go. Michael Shermer.
Did the U.S. win?
I don't know.
Against Australia?
We're looking at Michael Shermer dealing with soft disclosure. Anything else? Nope.
Yes, the U.S. did win against Australia.
We did, yes.
Okay. Well, go America. I might actually watch a soccer game now.
Yeah, there we go. All right, on that note, we are way late today, guys. We're like an hour late.
Yeah, but it's all right. Yeah. It was a fun show tonight.
I lost track of time, apparently.
Yeah.
All right, on that note, my friends, let me see if I can find the audio, see how loud it is. It's kind of quiet. Let's get into it. I want to thank everybody for coming out to this episode of Disclosure tonight. Happy fucking fuck you Friday. It's been one of those days. It started off, but we ended up having a good time because look, we're an hour fucking late at this point. 3 hours into the show. Banana Booey, thank you for starting out the super chats. Yeah, we're a fan-funded program. Shelly Montgomery, who's now in the back. Thank you, Shelly. And Daryl is also in the back chat. Yeah, if you want to keep the conversation going for the next 2 to 3 hours, follow that link that's in the chat. That is the way to get there, right, Daryl?
Yes, and that's probably a great realistic time estimate.
Yeah. That's a nice porn. It almost looks how it says Daryl is here, and you've got like one of those porn stars kind of.
No, yeah. Wouldn't be the first time I've been accused of that.
On that note, my friends, thank you for coming out to this episode of Disclosure tonight. Thank you for the fan funding. We appreciate it. Hopefully you had a chance to go ahead and give us a thumbs up or subscribe. And as we usually say at the end of every episode of Disclosure tonight, or is that home?
Party City where you belong.
No, I guess we got that. Eyes open, no fear. Be safe, everybody, but
go back to Party City where you belong.
Exactly. Good night, everybody. See you soon. Bye-bye.